If there's scars. Then again, I am a bit late. Yeah. It's just behind that mask, I swear. You left this open. I swear you're gone for like one evening and everybody's a pig. Raised in a barn. Doesn't even close the door properly. To reorganize all the nonsense. Great, okay. Back in the get up, huh?
Well, it is my enchanted outfit, so why not?
I think the suit fit you better, personally.
Well, the suit is under the coat. They're up there, you know.
Who?
Stern, Adelinda, and what I can only assume what Red used to be. An illusion.
Okay, that can mean a lot of different
Sentience.
things.
Okay, so you know that little jewel Red holds around his collar? Containing his memories of his life before?
Well, I know that they had a crystal like that.
Yeah. I'm assuming that whatever entity is up there currently talking about Miraculo and things of the past having a history with that one is that's the old Red. The old Morgan.
Oh, so the parasite's here.
Maybe?
Interesting.
My guess is that may have been the cause of the parasite
You
of
can go
Phoebe.
back up there.
No, it's an offshoot. That's the difference.
I really can't. Dog.
I don't know.
No.
Things as they should
I'm
be instead
guessing
of
it's a
the brutal
speculation.
state they were in that realm.
They're essentially doing whatever that thing did. Or wanted to do. Control magic. Not
So I hear there's a familiar professor in town.
Hello, Nox.
That'll be Knox O'Reilly, correct?
That's definitely one way to say it. And you must be the famous professor.
Infamous from what I'm hearing, but yes.
Infamous, famous, one or the other, relic of the past, yada yada.
I'm back.
Right.
My hero decided to go for a walk.
So, Nox. I'm giving you a bit of a bonus on this because Nox has had some experience with a few things of this nature now. So Nox is able to tell this is an illusion, and he is able to tell that the magic doesn't seem to have a source. It's not an illusion, it's being cast from a distance. There's no ley line from anywhere else coming here. The magic seems to be willing itself into existence more or less right here.
Nox is very much aware of that sort of thing.
But yes, I'm not sure how well the color is carrying through, but if you can see one of my eyes, this is technically the body of the parasite that was within Phoebe.
As I figured, obviously.
It decided to take a long, deep look through the memory gem, and let's just say it suffered a partial ego death.
So you
I'm attempting
parasited
to-
the parasite?
Effectively, it's not a very stable situation, and I very much want to get rid of it as soon as possible. So I'm tempted to do that. It's also why I'm not willing to... There's certain things I'm not willing to say just in case the parasite gets away.
I'm going to buzz another fly into, I forgot your character's name, Stern's ear, and say, Mahiro told me that this
also
one
you?
is trying to destroy the weave. We need to stop him.
Yes,
He's dangerous. Thumbs up.
it's difficult to,
Affirmative.
This is the first time I've cast something like this. Well, cast. I'm quite proud of it, personally. Needs refining,
Yes.
but you know.
Very, not consolidated.
Let me just...
Consider dusting off the rust, maybe. I'd assume at the very least.
Closer. Ah, there we go. Much better.
Much better. I've heard quite a lot about you.
And I've heard it's very fragmented information from what Stern has told me.
Many different parties, mainly giving a bad side. So it's very one-sided so far.
It's fragmented is the right
Yes.
word.
Well, I'm here to answer any questions. And obviously I'm very curious as to what's been going on this side. I only have VB's memories to go off of.
It's one of those moments where you never expected to get this far, so you don't really have any questions. Not at the very moment.
Well, I'll cover off what I covered off with Stern.
I will be very honest to the point. What's your goal? Your realm that you wanted to save is lost. What now?
Well, first I want to get back there. I don't believe Miraculo is fully gone.
It's fractured, yes. Technically,
It's
so.
fractured, but I want to make sure that whatever happened is not going to get worse. When I was in the middle of my final attempt to save that world, I was interrupted by someone, one of our professors, Oleander. He had been talking to one of the students, I think Midori, and had decided to stop me. Which meant that in the middle of the final ritual, which I had hoped would save that realm, or at the very least stop the aberrant forces from affecting it further,
Oh, these
things got
aberrations.
very complicated and messy, and I have no idea. Yes. The realm we were in was a very unstable realm. From our research, the magic there had changed no less than 6 times. The fabric of magic itself being rewritten and rewritten and rewritten by an outside force.
So Midori's action causes stop that roll, then
I can't say that for sure. I know that Oleander tried to stop me. I don't know if my theory was wrong to begin with. I'm not past the point of admitting that my theory could have been wrong as to how to fix magic there. But I need to see it with my own eyes. But yes, the realm Miracula resided in had been tampered with time and again at a very fundamental level. From what we could tell, it was an aberrant force doing such. We decided to investigate it and found information that, well, they had plans to use it as a foothold. It's a realm malleable enough that they could bend it to make it closer to the place they inhabit.
I swear I could have heard someone say that you destroyed it.
their actions did.
Half
In a
truth
way,
there.
yes.
Can you
Well,
put that into
I
a
have 2
singular
goals.
line of thought so that I can have like that all explained to me?
Miraculo was constantly being manipulated by eldritch forces, and I had to make sure that no matter what, they couldn't get a foothold in this world.
Nothing.
Right.
I attempted to save magic. And, more importantly, stop them from coming through. Another professor stopped me in the middle of what I was doing. Things did not go to plan. I don't know if my theory was wrong, or if my theory was right and the interruption is what caused everything to fall apart. I don't know. And I would very much like to get back there to find out, and pay respects to everyone who's passed.
Interesting.
And on a side note, I wanted to make sure that we've been calling themselves Red here primarily. Kind of funny to see that nickname returning.
Do you want
Wanted
to
to see if
say
they were
that
doing
one
alright.
more time?
I was saying that they call themselves Red here. It's kind of funny to see that nickname return, but I was curious if they're doing alright.
Well, they definitely
strange
chosen to
about being
break
told
off
myself.
from you.
Hmm.
Different stage of
Good.
life. And I don't
That's
know how
good.
they'd feel if they knew you were surfaced back to an air of sentience.
No, I think I know exactly how they'd feel. They'd believe that whatever was there was sealed off for a reason, and probably want to put a blade through me.
They were most so
They also
scared
want
if
to do
you
it so
ever
they knew
got
they were the
out,
only
they'd
one.
lose their sense of self.
You wanna know the funny thing about that? There have been 2 times previous where Red got to a point of desperation and took those memories back. Complete ego death. So I had to effectively put them back together.
Was that before they
Where
got here?
life they
Or
live.
when they were here?
2 times they've been here. I
Okay.
tried to leave their memories as theirs. It's not really my business to know why he had a moment. But that's not my life to take, you know?
Some would say it's beyond the natures of everything if you'd even be back. You've essentially reverse engineered yourself into an unstable simulacrum. It's always the one thing I say about Aether. All of these mingling elements from different things create such unique results that are unexplainable and annoying until you can figure it out properly again. And then it just adds on to more questions, which I guess is half the fun,
Well-
but also half the issue.
That sounds like magic.
You know, I didn't really.
Yeah, that's magic. But there's so much unique magic in Aether, and from other places that are brought on by the other people that come from different worlds, that it just keeps evolving and not fully coherent to the
really
rules.
wasn't how I expected this to happen. I knew that I had something within me that was capable of sparking sentience in certain circumstances, especially in the presence of memories. I was hopeful that, you know, Memory Crystal would meet with that, and at some point.
In you that would spark sentience.
In certain circumstances, yes. That's also why I left them with the ability to read Miraculum, so should they eventually find Miraculum, they'd find some of the instructions I had left over. After all, no, they want answers. Yes.
Fail doesn't exist.
Always helps to have a backup plan, you know?
Cannot be made here.
You really are a magical professor
Yes.
through and through. You remind me so much of the college already. By the 9.
Was college here good or bad?
Bad.
Debatable. Fucking debatable there. College of Magi. I'd equate it to a Miraculo, personally. Magical Academy. More strict here. But you definitely remind me of professors that you would see there. Thinking beyond thinking of plans and plans.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, they seem civil.
Yeah.
So, what is your goal exactly? Reaching out like this?
Well, reaching out like this, 2 reasons. One, I want to make sure that the other me, Red, is doing alright. And 2, curiosity. I've got so little information on what goes on over here. And I imagine you're all much the same with the fragments you've heard.
I mainly accepted it.
Red certainly.
I can't really say curiosity killed the cat anymore because I don't have the ears.
Well,
That's my usual retort when Red says
By
that.
the way, how did that happen? I'm very, very puzzled.
In the end, you made a pact with an
I have
aberration.
limited information. For what purpose? What purpose was that iteration?
That
to be
I
needed to
don't
do an
know.
aberration for?
Besides Red's curious not for knowledge, but I don't know what else their purpose was for that with Mishka.
Oh, dear.
Curiosity.
So eventually curiosity did kill the cat. And then I brought them back.
I see. Thank you for that.
Are you satisfaction?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, I am.
Well, it's good to meet you, Satisfaction.
Good to meet you, Totoro.
You're alright, Aether. You've been incredibly quiet this entire time.
What?
What happened exactly? I suppose it's not really my place to pry, but you two seem far glummer than I expected.
A lot. In one day.
Rather unfortunate timing on my part then, my apologies.
So, what's with my
Something
hero?
I mean, you already heard that, you can tell him.
What's with my hero? The wandering pile of rot.
Yeah.
She was originally
curious.
plucked out of a. She was originally plucked out of a swamp town. The way that the realm of Miracula, we'll just call it that. It didn't have a name, but it's easy to call it that. It had very thin borders between other realms. Portals opened quite frequently. We had some expeditions. One of them was to, I think, the Plain of Rods. That's where we found Mihiro's village. She looked like she'd make an excellent student, and she had incredibly abusive parents. So I sent her the offer to join the academy. You know how long it took to actually get her to wear clothes? That was a struggle.
Subsequently, I heard you did something to drive them insane. With isolation.
Yeah.
Partial truth. Yes, partial truth. She stole something very critical to trying to fix the magic in that realm very shortly before we were out of time. So I interrogated her for information. And I didn't have time to get her out of the isolation tank that I left her in, because then the realm just fell apart. So she was stuck there. Frankly, I don't know how she escaped.
That is curious. That is a curious question. Not one I'm willing to ask her, though, so throw that to the wayside.
Yeah. Now, I believe you had a question?
Me?
Stern was about to say something, I thought. Sorry, is it Stern or Stern? I keep on hearing different pronunciations.
It is pronounced Sharon.
Stern, go.
I don't mind either, though. Some people struggle with the first part.
I see. Still, you're about to ask something, I believe?
Yes. I how to put this shortly. I went on to try and resurrect a friend.
Oh, here we go.
Well, they're behind you, Nox.
I'm aware, and I was told how you didn't listen to what I said and experienced mental and emotional trauma because of it. I told you it would be okay.
Yeah.
I told you, and you didn't listen.
I had to be sure. I had it in the back of my head that it could be that way. I was not gonna take that chance.
From how I heard, you just needed to wait a little bit longer, but that's just me. Don't give me that look.
So you did what you thought was right. In other words, you did what you thought you had to do. Didn't work out, but you tried. You can't be faulted for that, at least, even if it didn't go well.
You'd be surprised.
Everyone has their own concept of what's right and wrong. The only incorrect thing to do is if you don't follow what you believe is right, as far as I'm concerned. There's always more to learn, there's always more to understand.
Okay.
Still, sure, I can understand. It's not exactly going to be easy having many opinions flaring about what you did. Trust me, I know.
I don't really care for people's opinion.
That's not very convincing. But it's okay. Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
So you're just floating around the space now, wandering, seeing the sights.
Trying to
Not
gauge how long
exactly.
he has.
I mean, I have as long as I feel like risking it. I don't want to spend too long doing this just in case, but, well, I haven't been detected so far, so it should be fine.
By...
By what?
The power.
No. I'm
This
not
is
scared
too
of the
small
tower.
for that.
No, this is, well, indeed, it's too small, but also, let's just say that I'm somewhere else. Somewhere that is relatively safe, but at the same time still things which inhabit it. And I don't want whatever inhabits it to notice me. So I'm not going to be doing this too often.
Everything that.
You exist yet you don't exist. You inhabit the plane of limbo.
If you want to call it that.
I would not see them fitting in Tartarus.
Right now.
No, not Tartarus. Limbo's the more likely option.
Well, you see, Tartarus is my limbo. The one here. You put your world's nonsense at the door, unless it goes through the door.
Let's hope it doesn't.
Exactly.
Are you sure you don't want to sit down? I can't even sit down or it'll rot the chair. I can
No,
just
I'm
float
good.
over there. Alright.
You got any questions then?
Are you real?
Yes, very real. This is an illusion, but I do exist.
So is this?
That is what I'm using to communicate. That's also on my side.
Hmm.
One more question, which I'm very puzzled about, if you don't mind me asking.
Sure.
Why is Red a sorcerer? That is one thing that's blindsided me in all of this.
What?
Are they a sorcerer?
They're a sorcerer. Well, they cast magic themselves. Sorry, where I come from, that's how I would describe what that is. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
Sorcerer.
you're a sorcerer, you're an artificer. I don't even know what you are.
Good.
I'm a
There might be different terminology in this realm.
It's a different
yeah,
terminology. Here you can both
Sorcerers
take
are
magic
both-
from the world and from yourself. More so, sorcerers are more mainly about bloodlines and emotions that control magic.
Right, I see.
It's illusory. Is it illusory?
Yeah, it's illusory.
She's been trying to make illusions into reality. Can she actually grab it?
No, she cannot, because... Okay, so... Ooh, you know what? Fuck it, this would be very interesting if you get, like, a
It's
nat 20.
mystic. Oh.
Fucking hell. Oh no.
This
So,
cannot
Emmy,
go wrong.
as you reach out, you're using mysticism now, yes?
Yes. Because she's pure
Oh, God.
mind.
Okay. So for the briefest second, you feel like you're partially able to will this into the world, but the more you focus on it, you realize you don't know where you're pulling it from. This originates somewhere close by, but also somewhere not. And as you start, you feel something in the air change. You hear the slightest ripping sound. Do you continue?
Don't.
Do you continue? Yes, no.
No. She takes her hands
Very well.
off.
And it would be as if nothing happened.
Meanwhile, under the table, Nox is trying to do see if the illusion is willing to do a mana handshake under the table for a small communication.
The illusion will not seem to be able to understand.
Hmm.
In fact, I'm going to get, since Nox is more an artificer, with 17, this illusion is being controlled entirely by the staff wherever Professor Dotero is. So, because it's entirely artificial like that, it doesn't have the flexibility of magic to, respond.
Hmm.
It's a dumb
What
mana
did
source instead of like
you
a soul, I guess, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What did I do? I touched it.
Fine.
You know.
Huh. Very funny. What are you?
Imagine.
Dragons. Anyways, sorry.
Where?
Somewhere.
Are we in
Not an aberration, are you?
No.
I see. Well, preferably don't do that again, just in case. As I said, I'm trying to keep a low profile.
How are you perceiving the space around you? I'm curious. If it's all from that.
Well, it's two-way illusion. It's a little strange. I'm standing in the same spot the entire time. I'm simply adjusting the entry point, if you will. Space works very differently here.
So you're more so surrounding yourself with a different illusion.
Exactly, yes. this is working well, you should be seeing a perfect illusion of me, and I'm seeing a perfect illusion of... Well, I can see a banister, so I'm assuming that this is second floor of something.
Mixture of clairvoyant and scry, maybe. I think I've used that before.
But
It looks
still,
fancy.
it's rather primitive. I've made better, but I haven't had the opportunity to get a proper casting gauntlet yet.
Those are
The
useful.
unusual thing about the, well, that's how I cast. The arcane lens to gather mana. Still, I don't know how in the know you are about the situation with that. It seems to be artificial. Hoping I can turn that against it somehow.
Yeah, I've tried with other methods for different things. There's a lot of things that are oddly similar and oddly different.
They've
It gets
gone
annoying.
I know. They've told me this morning.
No, not that.
I have so many other topics I could talk about.
This morning, afternoon. You
Oh.
understand?
I don't know if I want to say them in front of everyone.
Yeah, start of the
It's
afternoon.
private curiosity.
Okay.
I'm sure you can understand that.
I see. Just as long as everyone here understands there's certain conversations I won't be broaching because of the slim chance that whenever I split from this thing, it's going to retain it.
Well, I guess it depends on your own opinion. Like you said, everyone's entitled and has their own meanings of right and wrong. What could be the right thing to ask, wrong thing to ask. I guess that's all up to you.
Well, I also don't want to answer any questions that are too personal. After all, I don't want to compromise my
Not a question. At least not from me.
about that.
Your identity, so people trust you.
No, it's my other self.
Oh, I thought you meant whatever body
Yeah.
you're inhabiting. If it learns those memories, it can impersonate you, and you don't want to let your identity slip into its hands.
No, not
How
that.
memories work.
It's more, this thing is potentially dangerous, and if I split from it, I don't want it having too much dangerous information. That as well.
Detero,
Yeah.
what's your field of study?
But funnily enough, it was originally fundamentals. I was one of the, frankly, less respected professors in the academy for a time. I was simply studying fundamentals and how best to use them. The realm where I come from is very different magically to this place. You and your affinity is soul, yes?
The equivalent of fundamentals here, yes.
Well, as it happens, where I come from, there was no such thing as a unified affinity, or a central one. We had aspects, but no such thing as soul. I was very curious and decided to see about the theory of creating such a thing. So, for the longest time, I was just the fundamentals of magic, a little bit of alchemy, you know. Golemancy was never much my field. We had Elika for that. But, yes. And eventually, I started researching into, let's say, extraplanar endeavors.
How old are you?
About 230 last I counted.
What's your favorite food?
Not exactly human. That would be beef stroganoff.
Right, I remember now. I remember now, yeah.
God, you're so bright.
That hasn't changed. There's something I can answer. That hasn't changed.
Well, that's good to know, I think.
Your palates remained intact.
Trust me, the memories of Mauritania, let's just say that things like beef were absolutely... They were rare, and those opportunities were divine when they came around.
Why did you seal yourself?
The memories?
Yeah.
One, I went through... I can't fully say because some of those memories are still locked away. But there was a lot of knowledge that frankly, with a little more clarity and hindsight, should never have been learned. Secrets which could not be told. And second of all, I wanted some good to come to the world for what I had done, but I didn't feel that I myself deserved it. The best men and women I knew died at Miracula. I did not feel that I deserved more of a chance at life in that moment. But at the same time, simply ending my own life would be a colossal waste. So I devised a way to give a new version of myself a chance, hoping they might be able to right my wrongs, or at the very least, live some kind of freer, better life.
Do you plan to find a way to make yourself persist after this parasite you try to deal with?
I'm thinking of it. At the very least, I need to see Miracula through to the end.
Fair.
Man, now I want to cast her gauntlet. Can't stop thinking about that.
They are wonderful. At least the designs we had in Miracula were very... They're so modular as well. A simple concept. Gauntlet with a filter or a lens to pull mana from the air itself. Different crystal densities allowed for the casting of a different spell, and simply change one lens for another, and then you can have an array of spells available without any of the lack of reliability that typical sorcery has. Again, that's why I'm so very surprised that Red became a sorcerer, or a mage, I suppose you'd call it.
It's one of the
A
sort
sorcerer
of...
is a type of mage. Yes.
The fundamental rules here are very interesting. If someone stays here for too long after departing their realm, they start to conform to the laws here. They start to shift to what best fits this fundamental law set of reality, I guess. It's slow, but eventually it takes full control.
I suppose, just from what I've seen from my perspective through Vivi for a time, magic here seems incredibly unreliable, doesn't it?
Yes.
I've seen so
Honestly,
many
it seems better than
miscasts.
yours from what I'm hearing. If it's uncontrollable to that such an extent. Honestly, to me, it sounds much more rough than the magic we have here. If there isn't a fundamental at all, like Soul.
I wouldn't say
Well,
the magic
there
here
was,
is unreliable, it just gets abused.
By people who don't know what they're doing.
I see.
Yes, too much power being flowed through the weave, it bites back.
Exactly.
Well, yes. That's why with Artifice you can avoid risk of that entirely. Devise a spell with the right amount of mana.
From the world while doing it, for your own benefit.
Few
Why do you
circuit
think
lines
no
there.
different
they exist?
That's no difference to casting a spell. It's simply ensuring that whenever you cast a spell, you'll use exactly the same amount of mana every time.
Circuit here, pattern there, just a little bit of mana, and it's easy, you know? These people don't take the easy route, they like to be special.
I think
Well,
what you're
everyone has,
forgetting is without those consequences, people will drain Gaia of her mana and kill her and everything on her. So we don't have those consequences of every now and then people blowing up or getting burned in their own essence. They'll keep abusing it more and more until it's gone.
Those instances are far few in between.
You really do remind me of Mihiro.
I am a druid, after all.
I suppose.
You'd like Reese, I think.
Who?
Another druid. More of the nature side of thing.
Ah,
Well, still you're part of nature, just part of the recycling part of nature.
yeah, recycling. Yes.
Two separate sides of the same coin.
Yep. The circle of life.
Hmm.
Oh, and one clarification to before. It's not that the fundamental did not exist, it's merely that it tended to peel apart rather quickly. It was hypothesized rather than actually being practically useful, even if it did exist on technicality.
In the end, both our normals are the strange to the other. So my things are your normal, your things are your normal. So we reach a neutral impasse.
Fair enough.
These people seem to be falling asleep at the table.
Those two? Yes.
Here. Drops a cordyceps on the table. Chew on that if you want to. Awaken a bit. Good for the mental clarity.
I also think they're fucking bored.
Mm.
One's
That
the
won't
studious
help
type, the
boredom.
other's not. The other's definitely not.
This one will help boredom. Drops just a
Do not
magic
give them
mushroom on the table.
drugs.
Are you able to do private conversations with us? I like my privacy. Are you able to do private conversations? Do you take sendings through this?
I don't take sendings. I'll tell you
So
what.
just move.
Yes, I mean, I could just move.
Can you?
That'd be the easiest way of doing this. Yes.
I think these two
I can move where the illusion is.
conversation.
They seem both very much out of it. And falling asleep sitting up, you should get some rest.
You two can talk, these two are gonna move.
You seem disinterested at the point of falling asleep, so we'll leave you to your peace.
Well, Professor,
Wakey,
I
wakey.
guess I'll leave you
Yeah.
two to your conversation. But I will now be Mihiro's guardian, so I ask that you do not do anything rude to her, or I will figure out
I don't
how
intend
to
to.
give you repercussions. I think
There's no need to be so threatening. Yes, yes.
I mean, it wouldn't be any inconvenience of you to leave me to a private conversation, would it?
Depends. What do you plan on talking about?
Doesn't that kind of ruin the whole point of privacy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is something, for now, is in everyone's better interest. And that's the truth.
It is. For now, if it ever becomes not the truth, you are going to tell me.
Of course, that's part of the thing, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it is for everybody's best interest. So I ask that you allow me to have my privacy.
If you two do wish to talk more, I will be around in a little bit, but you clearly need some time to gather your thoughts. Or maybe Emmy there is writing a board. There you go.
Hey, out of character, how do you do that effect? How do you do that effect? That's the exact effect I want to use for Wither. How do you do it with particles? Oh my
Moshi's
gosh.
Shaders. No, this isn't
Okay.
particles. This is Moshi's
Oh,
Shaders.
Motion.
It's there on Patreon. Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And just
Exact fucking withering.
There you go.
It's the same fucking color.
So you're just moving how I basically equate what you're doing is you're moving a scrying orb. If you have an illusion there and
Could say
here,
That's the way of putting it, yes. It's rather difficult casting with, well, we used to call it impetus. I'm not sure if there's a phrase for it in...
I've
Aether.
heard that once or twice, I think. It's come up in passing, I don't really pay it too much mind though. I've kind of grown up with the studies here, so I've kind of blocked out things that are new.
Well, this seems like a very eventful place.
It feels like I always talk to someone at square one again. But they're at their own end of their square. After you, Professor. Lock the door. Alright, and then just for added benefit, silence bubble around the outside of the building. Because that was in this building since the beginning. Smile. Alright. You are a person of knowledge, curiosity, and maybe business. I could make an assumption. And you want to find a way back to Miracula. Or what remains of it. I am in the belief that I'm on my way to that myself. Even if unintentionally. Perhaps you'd benefit from my help.
I see. You'd have to find a fracture for that to be the case.
Tell me, do any of these portals that were from your realm have this tinge of absence to it? Marks of aberrations. It clicked when you talked about invasions of aberrations and the like.
Invasion is the wrong word, but an influence, yes.
An influence. But so it would seem my discoveries are now founded. And it is something I think you'd benefit from greatly to be a part of. If what you say is true. Your wishes.
With the way you're talking, you're after something in return, you're not?
Of course.
Well, let's hear it.
First off, I didn't lie to the yokai. I wish to seek a middle ground to calm everybody else's nerves, to ensure that you stick to your words that you have spoken aloud, which is to pay your respects and see if you can fix things, if not stabilize them for the time being.
Yes.
Now, I'm always curious, but I'm also thorough with knowledge I collect. I add it to my repertoire, and I see how it twists with everything else. Howbeit, it always annoys me. I must admit it is always useful when there's a new element introduced that nobody is quite familiar with yet. It gives you that edge. You are quite similar to me in that way, I think. We're both very curious. What I want from you is your cooperation
We'll take.
as a peer. Do you have anything
Anything specific or
equated
just
to
general?
deal makers in your realm, the Turo?
Infernals back in my original realm tended to make these contracts, although always shied away from them, especially just my heritage.
I seen.
Half I seen, yes.
Half I
So
seen.
they figured that out. I was hoping that would stay buried, but oh.
It was kind of ingenious, that portion of your life. Well, that's my opinion, at least. Besides that, I usually find doing things this way helps solidify being held to your word. Helps people understand that you
I
can't
see.
go against something you truly mean not to go against to begin with. Then they have to trust you.
I see. You're hoping to, what, find some kind of opportunity to make a contract with me? Is that it?
Exactly. I've heard so much negativity around you. And hell, I'd believe it if you weren't so cordial. Hell, you could still be the most evilest professor I'd ever seen, and I'd still wait a few more days to see it. And even if you were,
But
there is no issue to me as of now, so there wouldn't be until you did something to relatively make me upset at you, which you haven't.
understandable. And I will say, I think that the suspicion you have is wise to have. After all, I am someone who stands at the edge of a realm that no longer exists, so can't
Exactly.
blame for that.
You are what I fear the most, not because of my personal fear, but of my fear of what could happen to you. You're an ego without a spirit. You are a floating mass of magic and mind out in the space between that could fizzle out at any moment. And only through your sheer, perhaps one can say
Willpower.
tenacity, or just stubbornness, you'll eventually grow a spirit. But will it come out right is the question. Your soul is no longer yours. That is with your new life.
Yes.
Yet the ego stays with you. You know, I work a lot with egos. Quite a number of them, actually. But that's a talk for another time, that perhaps we can work together on that. But the premise is this. I know where the terror is. I am working on stabilizing the area to utilize said terror. You want to get to Miraculo. I want to know more about you and work with you, because you seem to be a worthwhile peer. A professor of your own craft. Not a student, me. But I graduated in my own terms. I feel there would be a good benefit for a back and forth.
I see nothing wrong with this.
So
I would
allow
like to
me...
make one clarification, however.
Very well.
You speak about the tear as if I don't have access to one. Why do you think I am?
Somewhere close. As you've said. But still, doesn't the curiosity beg the question, how will we interact with it? Something you've not seen before. How this new plane will interact with something of your world. Aren't you curious?
And again, you asked if I don't already know. You know, one of the last memories I have that is truly my own. You're aware that Red didn't get hit by a Nexus Gate, yes? When they first arrived on Aether, or first arrived on the coin, they didn't get hit by a Nexus Gate. Same with Hero, in fact.
Either they fell from the sky, tumbled through a rift. The isekais are all the same.
Well, truth be told, that was one of the last memories that I purged, was when I came through to the coin, how I got here. Still, I will happily help you, although until I get the parasite removed from me, there's certain things I won't be divulging, just in case it slinks off and does its own thing. So, I hope you understand that.
Of course.
But I will happily help you.
I'm not
Now,
sure.
what you could do.
Let me finish first. I am currently not sure if I can do what I call a mana handshake through this. So I do not even know if it is possible to do a deal with you as of now, save for the attempt at verbal. I am not well practiced in this, even though I've done it a few times. I don't know the extent of what I can do. I myself am still learning.
Naturally.
So it is a curiosity of, do I try now, since you seem willing? If you wish to experiment, Professor.
I wouldn't want to risk it. It is worse if it succeeds. Allow me to... Give me just one moment. I need to go and grab something and then I can visualize this, so just give me a second, guys.
Maybe it's the fact that there would be a line from where you are to me. That's usually the main threat of that. The design never changes.
Quick roll.
And a bit more ornate.
Nox, with a 10, you're able, while Prestadero isn't here, you're able to get a bit more information on the staff itself. More specifically, you notice that the crystals are similar to the bizarre hollowed out crystals you found around the tear, although from what you can tell, they look artificially created. They look to have that same hollowness with something being charged through them, but they still seem to take that principle of absence to heart. Sorry about that. Just needed to grab an old classic. So, right now, if you forgive the visual metaphor, we have yourself over here and me over here. We're overlapping in similar spaces. Right now, to cause this illusion, I am scratching at this barrier. This barrier between where I am and where you are. The very faintest of scratches, just enough to cause something like this illusion. A thorough transference of mana, not simply manipulating mana on the other end, but a connection, would be incredibly difficult to do, but as you're a soul mage, it might be possible. It would be more dangerous if you succeeded.
Because more than likely it would pull through the line. And more than likely show where you are to everyone nearby. Which you don't want.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm also worried about what it might mean for where you are. If where I am is accessible. I'll give you a small piece of advice as well for when you are where you're going. Free of charge, because you seem like quite a peer and I don't want to get hurt from this. Where you're going and what you're likely going to be doing will also risk incurring the attention of something. Do not, to the best of your ability, use soul magic. It will be a beacon. Using your other affinities, using the other parts of you by all means, but using pure soul will be immediately noticed.
I suppose this is one of the things you don't want the knowing, and that's why you're not being straightforward.
For the time being, all you need to know is that usage of pure soul magic is incredibly dangerous, and if you have ways to shield your nature, I would recommend doing so.
Like I haven't been already. He still has the aura up that he doesn't have magic at all, if the illusion can see like that.
The illusion cannot, because it's visual.
Right.
Well, I will trust that you take proper safeguards then.
I will account to that.
Well,
I suppose for the simple term, though, simply verbally I will state our contract and accords, but it'll simply be by trust. For
a
now.
gentleman's agreement to say that, yeah.
A gentleman's agreement. I have my own field research area for one of these rifts. That is in my jurisdiction. I'm in charge of that. You can, I suppose, visit. Just make it discreet. I don't think it would like if you poked around. When they were there, at least. Let's see what else. Keep to your word of what you said. You want to pay your respects and maybe stabilize what's left of the Echo. Fix mistakes, yada, yada, yada. When you see each other on the level of peers and maybe get some work done together. Whatever that might entail.
You
And
seem to be the most adept at artifice, which is also one of my preferred areas of study.
yes.
This never fails.
And perhaps, as an extra bonus, as I said, I'm quite attuned with the workings of minds and egos, and how to implement them into things more physical.
I see.
And I could perhaps help you
Speaking of...
not fizzle out. If you understand me.
Yes.
Good.
After all, this current nature of my existence is more tenuous than I'd hoped. But we shall see.
Perhaps I'll start working on something in the background
Question, by the
for
way, whatever happened to the girl who this parasite was originally in? That's obviously where my memories end during the transference.
Emotions got the better of Red. That's what happened. They thought better. They removed it. Fully well knowing what would happen.
She's dead.
Ego death, for the moment. Some memories were able to be copied and extracted before they fell away. It's not much, but Red needs to learn from the mistakes. I'll help him through them, yes, but I can't do that all the time, or else they'll never learn.
Failure is a good teacher, I can say that firsthand.
They'll let them fail.
If you're able to meet me,
I won't let them die.
if you're able to meet me in person, I might be able to help you with that. After all, not like I don't have a copy of Vivi's memories. If I can extract this thing from me, one, I'll be a lot more myself, and two, I might be able to serve as a template. Besides, you'd like to meet me anyway, so let's just say once your experiments with the tag go through, once you're comfortable traversing the spaces in between.
I need to travel the courtyard to the other side of the keep. That's a metaphor.
Exactly. But if you're able to meet me, then I should be able to help with that. Or at the very least give you a copy of this thing once I get it out of me.
Curiosity on my end. Can you pull out the lens again?
The thermometer? Sure.
Thermometer, yes.
Yes.
Is it the same
It's a little
one?
rush.
Out of character? Does it look like the same one Red has? Well, had?
It looks almost identical. I will give you advantage because Nox is an artificer. No, all you can tell is that it's nearly identical.
I hate to tell you, Red used to have this, still. It's currently somewhere at the bottom of the ocean.
Huh.
I don't know if you know about Lazuli, the problem child that we dealt with recently, or have been dealing with recently. They stole it, and then it was at the bottom of the ocean, and we can't get it right now. So that's where it is.
I see.
But maybe, just maybe I can actually send someone down to go get it now. Actually,
Bottom
that's a
of the
separate
ocean
thought.
seems a little. I mean, these things are relatively simple, you know. Like,
But if
they're
it's
not, at least
something
the
from
basic
your
variant is-
place of things, wouldn't it be good to have it back?
Well, it's. Well, you can create a better variant, of course. If anything, it's a little strange. Oh, actually, fuck. I just realized, let me just do one more roll. Okay. Talking about it a bit longer, and with a roll of an 11 from Nox. Yeah, this model should be slightly different. With this model, so the issue with this, there should only be 6 main points, not 12. Nox can't read the writing by each of them, but the actual thing itself, there should be 6 main points. The one that Terra has. It's more interesting that carried over. Maybe I wasn't as thorough as I should have been when purging Miraculous.
Well, no, actually, now I think about it, Reds did seem a bit more altered. More so added on to than anything else.
Well, Aether has how many fundamentals of magic? What, 12?
I have a sheet for this. Hang on.
I see.
Parents, the children, the
See, where I come from,
specializations.
Where I come from was slightly different. There was a gap in the middle. After all, Soul was merely a hypothetical. Was the 6 primaries were air, earth, fire, water, order, and entropy. And from there you have 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th, so on and so forth. Combinations of pure primal aspects into else.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. That is not a straight line. Sorry, I'm just looking through my mind's eye at this. Definitely is missing the building block, in my opinion. There's no straight path. It jumps. You're missing a few children. Definitely most of the parents. It's disconnected. It's jumbled. Wouldn't make sense.
Like I said, the realm we were in was altered multiple times. Not to mention, with my limited understanding of how things work here, fire is not strictly fire. It is simply the expulsion of energy and the destruction of matter. On Aether, at least. But it is easier to call it fire simply for the sake of, well, that's what people called it before they decided to study it. They set something on fire, they say they have fire magic. And we have their simple observations clinging to our bones to this very day.
I think that's just called being a pyromaniac.
I suppose.
Remind me to bring some books when we have a conversation next time. Well, a proper conversation.
Yes.
Alright. Anything else you're curious about?
Anything else?
Same fucking
I'm
mindset,
curious
okay.
about a lot, but
Your staff's interesting.
thank you. It's not what I'm used to working with. I find staffs a little clunky. I much prefer casting gauntlets, but, well, staffs are easy to assemble, especially with limited resources.
Is that why
You
it's
don't have
made
to
with
worry
the
about constriction of
absence?
space as much. No, that is because it's easier to scratch.
Looks like you forced
Between
something through it,
where
which
I
I
am and
didn't
where you
think
are.
would be possible.
No, if you construct them properly, if you let them grow, you can leave certain pathways. The key to using impetus, which we shall just call absence for the sake of simplicity, is it's like guiding a stream or a river. You need to know what paths to leave so that what's left will fall through.
Are we talking about a metaphorical channel or a physical channel?
More literal. The way the crystals are structured gives ample opportunity for
So literally
Slight adjustments in
carving
that.
in between the rocks and carving a path for magic to flow through it.
Not quite. It's almost a little embarrassing to say out loud, but do you have metal wire here? You know, thin
Yes.
strands of something. Yes. If you leave that coiled in certain patterns while the crystal grows, and then remove the crystal, or remove the wire once it's done, if the wire is thin enough, there's a tiny channel. Not just that, but you can also carve, runes onto them as well. That was how they handle some of their constructs. Ah, right, yes. Regarding your constructs, are they drawing energy from you directly?
They used to. They definitely used to. Can't do that nowadays, though. Not anymore.
Well, I'll say this. Make sure you have some kind of backup before you head through the tear, as I think you're calling it.
No, trust me. When I say they don't, they're not connected to me in that way anymore. After initial scare, I made sure they were all self-sufficient.
Alright, good. Wouldn't want them to think that you'd,
How much do you enjoy golems? I'm curious about something.
They're interesting, but I never really was exceptional at them. Elika was mainly the one for that.
You want to know a secret? Simply for humor's sake?
Go ahead, I've shared plenty of my own.
Apparently one of them have a fascination for red.
When you say fascination, what do you mean?
I don't really know how to express it either. Besides just tough love and rough play. That's the only way I can describe it.
That's unusual, but okay. There's some parts of myself do still exist, understood.
Okay, so that has carried through. And there's a lot of things of you that have carried through. Like the thermometer, the staff, your taste preferences. Can't really kill the ego that easily, I guess.
After all,
You still break your way
that's
through.
shaped by mostly the same memories.
I am going to slap red, though, twice. Because of what you told me. Because they said they'd never
which
do it.
ones?
That they'd taken the crystal. Because of what they're scared of what would happen. And I'm going to slap them twice for it. And then explain, because they probably don't remember
They
doing
don't.
it.
You're right, they don't remember doing it.
I have a close relationship with Red, not like the other one I just said, but there is a complete trust. Well, majority
I
trust,
see.
obviously. And we are connected in a way.
I see.
So I will continue that trust to be expressing this conversation to them to try and ease things over.
Yes. I also understand you're one of the book club.
Oh,
I know my
God.
best to suppress memories of that. I
Please
do my best
do.
to suppress memories of that because I do not want to draw the attention of whatever the fuck is going on there.
I am
know
pretty
you're
sure
kind of impulse,
you will
often
cease to
confidential, and there's a
exist
large amount
if
of
something
trust.
like that gets to you. So please. block as much as you physically can.
Trust me, I am. There's certain parts of this crystal that have not been tampered with, and doing my best to ensure it stays that way. And other things that would have made this a lot more complicated had the parasite got its little paws on them.
You know, technically you're at a great advantage, but not for the reason you think. You are still outside the influence of Aether, of the coin. You are in the echoes of Miracula or somewhere close by. Like I said at the table, people who come here, who laws of their world work differently, slowly conform. You are still outside of that bubble. Your rules, where you are right now, are still yours. And as long as you stay there, it should stay that way. That way there is a great interference of things not being... Like you said, I understand. But you still have... I could say a mastery over your craft. You were our professor, after all.
I was never a master. There's so much more to learn. I was never a master.
You were good enough to be professor. I consider that a master.
Well, thank you. I did work rather hard for it.
The definitions of master and magi over here have changed over time. Currently, it's just those who are able to teach en masse are master mages. So technically, if you've taught classes, I'd assume.
I did. Rather enjoyed them at that.
So yes, I consider you a master mage. You may be as just strong as me, or maybe a little bit more, but still you're a master by that definition.
Strong? What do you mean?
Yeah, forget I said it. There's a lot you can't see through this lens. Might surprise you once you see me with your own immaterial eyes.
I mean, this is material form. Like, I am somewhere physical in a way.
You're puppeteering a corpse of blight.
Thanks for reminding me.
Probably not the best feeling.
Yes, it's disgusting.
Well, it seems you've
Disgusting
cleaned it
feeling,
up
but
a
at least
little
I'm good at
bit.
looking like myself.
Cleaned it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the suit.
Thank you. That's the closest I could get to my old sort of formal attire.
It almost matches mine. Almost.
Another similarity between us, I suppose.
So it would seem. Now you're added into that pile, I guess.
Yes. I'll leave it up to you how much you wish to disclose to Red or not. After all, I don't want to make things worse in that regard.
For now, just let them know of the conversations on the tavern, which is where you used to be. But I will save this for a later date, and I will tell them that there's more. I'm not telling them at the moment. Because I want them to process little bits at a time.
Well, assuming that there is the trust between you two, I'm sure they'll understand.
Is there anything else you'd want?
Crying, I would imagine.
Yes, they are. They almost died over it once, and I saved them. At my own expense.
That doesn't surprise me.
They almost reached a third ego death, so... Hearing they did it twice over, not a smile on my face.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for looking after them, even if they're not me. I'll be honest, I don't exactly know how to process it. They're not like a child to me. They're not exactly a sibling. They're a successor, but also myself, but also not. It's...
They are your creation by your own action. They're not made by you,
Yeah.
but a action because of you. That is your choice that you are able to see continue on.
Yes.
In a way, you are
But at the
very
same time,
similar
though I can see
to
it
something
continuing
else.
Though I can see it continuing on, it is no longer my business in a way. The life they live is theirs.
It is your
Like, I'm
sequel in
curious.
a book. Watching something you wrote get an adaptation by someone else. A fan project, one might say.
Good analogy. Good analogy. I like that one.
But you, what you are now, is something very much similar to that I've seen from someone else. Something that remains of a previous life, but much more in the metaphorical sense this time. Well, literal sense, but metaphorically. There's someone I know who, I call them an incarnate. Do you know the term from your world, incarnates?
Yes, incarnations.
Those who can be revived multiple times, that can serve multiple lives. I know one that I care deeply for, and they've gone through, I think, most of them. Yet one persists, the beginning, the first incarnate. And the soul stayed. And now there is two. They were very angry, but I'd
Very interesting.
showed them reason, and it's been positive so far. But this is what I'm being reminded of with you. Though you are much more formal than the other one used to be.
Yes. The briefest of seconds. The briefest of seconds.
The
your
briefest of
human brain
seconds.
forgets.
Yeah. Don't worry, I did the same
Yes.
too. Yeah, we're
Yes,
still
and thank you for your candor, I
human-ish.
suppose.
Exactly. I try my best to be formal, unless you don't deserve it.
Well, I'm not here to make enemies. By the sounds of it, I have a lot of an uphill battle to do already, given the bits of information which have come out about me. And frankly, suspicion is always warranted.
Yep. Suspicion's always warranted.
So, no one fault any of that.
Are there any dying questions you have of someone who knows about the fundamentals of magic in this world?
Would you say magic is stable here?
Most
And you have
definitely.
access to soul?
It has been...
So many of these affinity clashes, which I have seen through someone else's eyes, and magic's failing and being so very unreliable.
Blame the user, not the program.
What is causing that? Interesting.
There are two people here, one of them being me, that are actually from our place of magical education. Everybody else is self-taught. Everyone. Magic is refined, but still so much very freeform. We have the stepping stones, but they collide. And people, obviously in the spur of the moment, will forget that. There is an equal counter to each portion of the spectrum, save for soul. I myself have been caught in a few affinity clashes by my own making. But safe because spur of the moment, or just I had to throw something, and I had to accept there'd be a mutual destruction.
I see. You see, it's strange because where I'm from, the opposite affinities, as you call them, wouldn't do anything if they came into contact with each other. The creation of soul, as you call it here, was incredibly difficult. For all, was something that might have technically existed, but unraveled so quickly that may as well have not.
So you're saying it's good to throw an opposite in Miracula without consequence?
Yeah, so you could have, in fact, that's how many aspects there worked. Various aspects would combine together to make differing aspects, and then more complicated aspects and compound aspects and so on and so forth. In fact, that was one of the alchemical principles of finding physical materials and boiling it down into its essential.
Right. I should bring on my notes to you, because I've been dealing with that if you made that, which is very annoying to deal with. At some point in your life, whether it's after you or during you, Red was poisoned by themselves to hide their holy heritage.
That was before Miracula. That was in the swamps.
So that was you have information on that.
Yes, I do.
Believe it or not, I've bested you at that, Professor. I've dealt with it.
Well, it was never meant to be.
You made it too good.
Never
It
really
was,
meant
it was
to be
killing
mature.
them. You made it too well.
Wait.
It was changing their affinity.
Why did it never... Well, that's normal, but affinities don't really matter. They were cast here.
They conformed to the new laws of this world.
That's something I should... Okay, that's an oversight. That's an oversight. I never expected them to be a caster, so I never
Yes.
expected them to have mana flowing through them, so that would...
They conformed, your concoction didn't.
Right. And then that causes an excess of toxins, which will... I mean, I dealt with the hair going white a long while ago, but, you know, a small price to pay for being safe, you know?
No one's perfect. Which you want to
I
admit.
know it.
Yeah, you've made quite a number of mistakes.
Being honest with you, I don't know if my mistake was thinking I couldn't do it, or thinking I could do it alone. That's the reason why I need to see Miracula. I need to understand what happened there, and I need to know if the fall was caused from Oleander tampering with what I was doing, or if it was always flawed. I don't know that. But, yeah.
Hindsight's
Either way,
hindsight.
so-
And you have time to stretch your legs and think about it. For as long as you have. Until we can extend that.
Yes.
On a technicality, you're now my charge. Whether you will understand that for a good while. One day you will, when I explain it to you. Unless you do know.
I see. Not sure that I do.
It'll be fun to tell you later.
Understood.
That's
So you
more of
also
an
have a flair for
in-person
the
talk.
Dramatic.
Theatrics. Me and Red agree on theatrics. And by
Theatrics.
consequences, you as well. Now I gotta take care of two of you. At least one is more competent than the other. Okay, maybe that's not the right
It's not
word.
Exactly as if I was.
Less accident prone.
Understand. You do understand that they're missing 200 odd years of memories, yes? I was
Yes.
very chaotic in my early days, so I can only imagine what you're having to deal with.
I've counted 3+ aberrations. they're a
Aberrations are
magnet.
very rare here, weren't they?
Yes, but they're an attracting force for them, and I don't understand it. There's an elder aberration in them as we speak.
Wait, that's not. No, don't tell me cut out. Don't tell me cut out. Wait, no, it couldn't have gone out because
I don't know what it is, but its name began with. Do you have names? Do you have names? It begins with an S, I think. I don't let it have the pleasure of having a name.
I don't know if any aberration with a name starting is
Solanum? I think.
Wait, I remember Vivi mentioned. No, wait. Yes,
Short
Vivi
summary.
was told
Red
that.
Battle, the corrupted Dream Fae, died. Their broken apart soul was in the far realms, and what they thought was a simple aberration found them, made a promise that they don't remember, that the aberration refuses to say, and then they stuck in their soul until it grows fully and gets out. But what I figured out now is if it does fully grow, Red's going to fucking die. That's where I
because
am
everybody
right
else is
now.
built to handle something growing like that. Yeah.
Do you see how much I have to work with to save them from themselves?
I think the issue is this place is somehow even more prone to bouts of craziness. That does sound like the kind of thing I would get myself into when I was in my younger days. Except for the fact that, you know, I'll be 100% honest with you, Nox. I used to do research into things that really shouldn't have been researched. I poked my nose into that which was forbidden. There was a thrill to it. Not just that, but there's another... do I tell you this?
Save it for in person. You can save it in person.
Alright.
If it's in
Let's say
person, I
think
can
I
more
have an extra
easily
one.
silence your carry-on, so it doesn't hear if I'm in person. It's much easier for that way.
Well, I'm hoping to extract this thing by the time we meet in person.
Good. Either way, it'll be a proper private conversation. It is both more stressful and a relief that you're here. Perhaps you can help me take care of yourself.
Maybe. At the very least, I can give you a better understanding as to why they are the way they are.
Sure. I have no more conversation topics left. Do you want to take a short walk?
It'd be useful to see what the others are up to, I suppose.
As of right now, the island's very quiet. You're on an island, by the way. An island in the astral sea.
I see.
Arena's that way with
Yeah,
Griffin
small.
Stables. Harbor's that way, over there. Healer's Guild, Crystal. Yeah. You are the tavern, which was that way. What are you doing turning knobs?
I do recognize.
What are you tweaking on your staff?
Increasing the projection on my end so I can see more of this myself.
Alright, this is Gustav's fountain.
This looks similar to. This looks similar to what I've seen through, again, Vivi, but it's it is a little different seeing in person.
Yes. Must be a bit jarring to be a collage of ego in your own manner of ways. Got some
Yes,
from
I'm
VB,
just
from the
very
Parasite,
thankful.
from you.
Indeed, I'm just very thankful that I was able to come through.
Must have been a weird awakening for you.
Certainly not how I expected it, I'll tell you that much.
Which makes me think you had a backup plan for coming out eventually.
I did.
Go figures.
Yeah, why do you think there was something... Why do you think there was something in my blood that was capable of sparking sentience?
They will always confuse me. It will always confuse me.
That's something I won't be talking of, I'm afraid.
It's fine.
It's far too dangerous for now.
I have my notes already. You also no longer have it. Apologies. That's gone.
Actually likes them.
Then it's going to be back to Darkmere and Maya Ditch. That's not going to be a fun trip.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. The place where Dale was found, Maya Ditch and Darkmere, Vampiric City. Dale is used for creating vampires out of humans or causing something to transition from one thing to something it's not.
Oh, that makes more
That's
sense.
the only location we ever found it.
I was told about
The
your
only location you ever
adventures
found
in what was the name? Castle Draken or whatever. It was a stupid name, whatever it was.
Drakan.
Drakan.
Stupid name by an even more stupid vampire, yes. Or Vile Lord, more accurately.
Value Lord, yes. Similar things here. That got a scare out of Red. To a sketch of something I saw once that was very
imagine.
similar. Here's the farm in its current sorry state.
Oh, that's not. Wait, hold on.
One of the theories is it shifted over a ley line of
This
death.
is Death Ley Line.
Yeah. When the island grew, it stretched. Ley lines are kind of misaligned. I don't know if I can properly show it. How does your range work? Can you like make a tunnel? Like shoot off your surroundings but look far into the distance?
Should be able to.
Okay.
Too hard.
Let me line you up here. They gave you an example. Alright. Right here should do.
Girl.
Right, just focus in that direction.
Hold on, let me just that.
You'll see a pillar. Let me know when you see the pillar.
Oh. Yeah, I see the pillar, a little bit Oh. Okay, Lord. Huh.
Those
That's a
are the
whole-
original markers of how far the island used to go out.
What
It
the hell happened to it?
suffered mismanagement and a lot of decay, and a dragon parasite thing that was eating the magic. Since been dealt with. It is then, well, grown since.
I see.
Here is an area I think you might enjoy, even though you can't interact with it for now. Mages Guild. A little bit of a self-study sort of deal. Collaborated with the Archmage of Soul. And a very eccentric portal mage. Does not care for the sanctity of his
I have
body.
heard some bits and
Yeah.
pieces.
The self-proclaimed Dark Wizard. I don't care too much for him, but he is still one of my first friends, so. This is study hall. There's a lecture hall outside. Knickknacks,
I've seen this
scrolls.
before, just from memory, but it does hit differently being here. Well, being here.
It's like you're watching a play, but you can move throughout it in different portions.
Exactly. Can reach out, but
I'd offer you a similarity of touch, but that'd puncture the bubble, so there's no good semantic there, unfortunately.
not worth the risk.
Not worth the risk at the moment. Yeah. Can you tell me about the threats of Miracula that weren't aberrant related?
The realm itself, honestly.
Is that what you're hiding from, then?
Miracula was. No, I'm hiding from. We'll talk
That
about
which shall
hiding
not be
person.
named?
And there's some things.
That which shall
We'll
not
get
be
to that when we
named.
get to
Oh,
that.
we'll get to that when we get to
Miracula-
that.
Listen. The powers that be is all I'll say.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine.
That was our term for them. That said, previously, the realm of Miracula was very thin. Very thin walls, for lack of a better term. There were often many rifts that would open up to various adjacent dimensions, things falling through that were very,
I am curious to hear whether you had your own realm of rot, or you share ours.
I don't actually know, to be honest.
That always gets to the weird mash of a middle ground. Whether there is the theory that through the realm hopping method you can get somewhere farther away that's it's parallel but not ours. That used to be a theory of mine for quite some while.
Unfortunately, that's not a theory I could confirm or deny, much as I'd like to.
The power circle for Earth element. Standing stones.
Why is Earth specifically given such a preference? I haven't seen any other standing stones like this.
Well, in case you've already forgotten, we're on a floating rock in the middle of astral space. So it would make sense if there was a big pungent source of rock magic so it doesn't fall apart.
You know what, fair, I guess I personally would have done it through order, from what I understand with this place, but, you know.
This place is around 4,000 years old. Right, back to my hypothesis. I think you'd find interesting to talk about. I had a theory that because it's a known law here, that each affinity has a subsequent plane attached to it, which I'd assume would be similar enough to yours.
Not exactly. At least where I was, we didn't have clearly defined elemental planes the same way this place is.
Well, on that note, every plane, or every affinity, had a plane. But what would leave soul if it's not everything in between? So I had a theory that there was one. One that...
Elemental plane of soul.
The elemental plane of soul, not to be confused with any sort of afterlife, but an over-encompassing everything.
Soul magic, of course.
Yes, a lot of people seem to get that confused.
Understandably so, it's a bit of a confusing name, even though it means the soul of magic.
Yes.
But yes, and if one was to find this so-called elemental plane of soul, I imagine the best way of doing it would be finding the largest, thickest ley lines you can, and then tracing them upwards to the convergence point, trying to find all the ley lines. Assuming it stems from one central location.
Well, you
And it's
see,
not a constant changing organism.
I managed to do that. Not in the way you're discussing it, though. It was a project I was capable of in my, we'll say, prime, that I couldn't do now. It would cost an innumerable count of mana that I am not in the mindset to count as of now. But what it would do is it would allow me to see through a veil. Not one of planes, but one of comprehension. I had the theory for the longest time that magic itself had its own air of sentience to it. Magic goes wild if it doesn't have anyone to concentrate on it. Why can it do anything if there's no one controlling it? If it didn't have its own will? I was under the impression that magic in some way, shape, or form was sentient. And that if I could get it to acknowledge me, it would let me in.
That is fascinating theory.
I wasn't the one to complete it, but it was proven true. Someone, believe it or not, you, activated the device, expanded so much mana that you were observed and comprehended by magic itself, and so opened the infinite corridor. The in-between.
The infinite corridor.
The space between. The shortcut. Where if you
Sounds
knew
awfully
where you
familiar.
could go, you'd end up on the other side. Or be trapped forever in the infinite
That sounds
expanse.
scarily familiar.
Does it now?
Yeah. Very familiar, yes.
Conversation for another time, I suppose.
Well, that's where I am now.
Poor you.
Don't quite think it's the same as... Well... This place is fine if you know how to navigate.
You're in the ripple in the wake of an echo of destruction.
Yes.
You're in a tear that will
Either
eventually
way.
ripple away into a flat pond surface. Just who knows when that'll be.
Interesting theory.
Probably much farther than you will ever live. But, believe it or not,
Still.
you know what they did with this infinite corridor? They went to hell.
Baffling.
But I guess it proves you can get to the afterlife with enough magic and not die. With a lot of effort. Wouldn't advise them in doing that again.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to have to away for a short while. Crystal's running a little low. Need to recharge.
Alright.
It's been an interesting conversation though, Nox. No, thank you for your candor.
Of course. I don't know if I'll stay much longer since, one, there's not many people left, and two, the rest seem to be in a sour mood.
Unfortunate. Take care.
Until next.
To be honest,
Are you done with your conversation?
Yep.
no, Nox.
I ran their crystal dry. I talked too much.
That's hilarious. Was that your goal?
Not really. Mood still dour over here.
Well, it's been getting better.
Well, this Adelinda is slowly chewing through 2 nutrient bars and some tea. Because we're forcing her to eat something.
Alright. Good friends force each other to eat food so they don't go hungry. But I have succeeded in my goal of a guaranteed positive outcome for everybody. Yep, I did it.
Which is, or are you just going to...
Ensuring that they stick by their word. What they have verbally said. That their purpose to go back to Miracula, or what is left of it, is what they said. To pay respects and see if they can fix it. And or stabilize it so it doesn't get worse.
You plan on helping them.
If they wish to involve me.
And are you still grumpy at me?
Is that to me or is that the stern? I'm not looking right now.
That's to you, Nox.
Remind me why I was upset at you.
Because I quote unquote broke the contract we have.
A little bit. Mainly because I'm just trying to take what I think I am more seriously. If that makes sense. I've been thrust into the responsibilities of being a deal maker. And we're trying to, like, figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, I take you seriously, which is why I had to make sure you didn't
did I miss him
start
again?
poking your nose around.
Emmy, there's literally a clause for that.
I needed to make sure that if I died, I needed to make sure that people believed I died, so that I don't get hunted.
And you think I would have said something about it?
Not on purpose.
I would read it out loud if I was allowed to, but that's we made a thing about that.
We made a thing about that.
Yeah. I would have liked to think you could trust me. We had a thing about that
I
too.
trust you for certain things. Unfortunately, Stern's asleep.
I guess we're not getting dinner.
Rest in peace, Himmel. Rest in peace.
Like,
What
Nox,
were you gonna eat?
I do trust you for a fair few things, but unfortunately, I'm a creature that naturally distrusts a lot of things.
You awake?
I think that's also a clause.
You know how it is to work alone for so long that you assume that you're the only one that can do a task.
And then I learned that's a stupid thought.
Commoners.
After some point.
After some point. I've only technically been in Aether for about 2 months. Maybe 1.
Close.
Technically still, I just have the advantage because this is my home plane.
It's
I'm not from outside the coin.
Do you want me to try and trust you more?
No, not really. Because I'm legally made to trust you as much as you trust me, remember?
So if I trust you more, you have to trust me more?
Begrudgingly so.
What kind of contract is this?
What are you talking about?
This isn't a contract, this is just
Friendship.
friends. Yeah. Friend.
Legally binding friendship of morality.
Legally binding friendship.
Sounds like the start of our contract.
It's what you get being friends with a fucking yokai.
Sounds like the start of our friendship.
Legally
I don't
binding
think I've heard a
friendship?
story
Yeah,
like
that's
that
kind of
before.
like
I guess that's the moral of hers then.
Friendship with me and Emmy started with a very transactional relationship with a contract.
Yeah.
No.
That's still ongoing.
Yep.
I think I've
Didn't
heard
have a
of
reason
romance like
for
that,
it to
though.
change.
Hey
Huh?
Nox, you can't lie to me. Do you want me to trust you more so you're forced to trust me more?
I plead the fifth, which is a clause.
I'll be right back.
You fucking asshole.
Fine print.
Maybe it would be a fun.
If nothing else, you can say I was quite thorough in our relationship.
So if I say I can trust you as much as I can throw you, and I cast levitate on you,
You know you have to mean what you're saying. You know you so.
Yeah. If you don't have any weight and I throw you and you go into the heavens.
Not how that works.
So
You can't alter reality because of it. That's not how that works. I am 200 and something healthy pounds, and you can't change that.
I can cast levitate on you and make you float.
I assume it's about the potential, not the actual action, yeah?
Well, it entirely depends if you think about it, because with magic, we can technically throw people as far as we want. If we don't count magic, then we can count height. If I'm on top of a giant building and I throw Nox, I can throw him pretty far in terms of distance. Just downwards
And would
distance.
that fluctuate when you're both on the ground?
If, say for instance...
I think that counts as a variable of relativity.
Yeah, if I'm on like a 200 meter tall building and I throw Nox off the building,
Oh,
even
there you
with
are.
just physical strength, the distance is still 200 meters, which is a really long throw.
Even more if I cast Misty Step at the end of it.
Yeah,
Because you keep
But it
velocity
all-
with Misty Step. Fun fact.
if we think about it, I might have thrown you maybe 5 foot forward, but I still threw you 200 meters because you went downwards.
Hang on a second. I think we're overlooking something. Aren't you, like, very light?
I am.
How far can I throw you?
Probably are. How strong are you?
How light are you?
Yeah, she's about 110 pounds.
Okay, that's decently hefty. Okay. Well, you're 100 pounds over the limit of a catapult, so I can't do that.
I can't believe I've missed the tarot twice.
Okay. Just like that, I've moved you
I
like
suppose
3
just like
feet in
Active
total
Academy.
over the span of a
Yeah.
exact distance. It's relativity
Exactly.
based on that statement.
It's relative.
Like, I could lift you
So-
up and lift you down and back up, and I'd move you about 5 feet in total, but you'd stay at the same
That does-
spot.
Does that count as throwing?
Maybe if I let go and caught you.
What does
What counts
maybe-
counts
no, that
throwing?
would-
What
that would-
consequences
yeah,
is
that would-
throwing?
What counts as throwing?
Well, let me look up the definition on my slab here.
You're looking up at the definition of throwing on your
Is this what
slab.
you people do for fun?
Yes,
This is what made
we're nerds. Okay, to propel something with force through the air by a movement of the arm or hand. So technically, yes, that's throwing you. If I propel you with my arm through the air.
Throwing upwards and then catching me would be throwing.
Can't believe I'm giving uppies to Emmy. Can't believe it.
So yes, theoretically, throwing you off a building and saying I trust you as far as I can throw you, pushing you off a building with my hands would count as throwing.
But that's semantics.
And what isn't?
You could grunt angrily at each other. That wouldn't be semantics, would it?
I trust you as much as how hard you're going to hit the ground. Feather fall.
Okay.
You can see the semantics there now, can't you?
Well, that's a different thing, because that's encountering the relativity of the force of hitting the ground.
That's just a different variable than relativity. It's the same semantic, just a different variable.
We're calculating mass and volume and the speed of it going downwards. Technically, terminal velocity would be the highest point of force of impacting the floor that you could trust somebody.
No,
Terminal velocity
that's not
depends on
true.
gravity.
That's just how far you could trust someone before they're dead.
Yes, but magic is bullshit.
So are you. You're like made of stories and morals. Your whole thing is semantics.
This is why we communicate this way.
And this is why there's a clause to stop that.
Fuck.
Don't forget the fine print.
I can talk to you in this way. Nothing changes that.
But you can't do anything to think between the lines, because that's annoying.
I cannot get you. No. There's a clause for me not being able to find, loops in the contract and fucking you over with them.
No, I didn't say fucking me over. You just can't look in general. You can't look through loopholes for your restrictments.
Yeah, I cannot find loopholes to go around the problems I have, but technically this is just the way I'm thinking about relativity and, I can trust you how far I can...
Emmy, I have a math question for you.
What?
Okay, there's a cylinder with about 5 ounces of black powder in it. It's stuffed with a wad of paper.
Do not shoot me with your gun.
How much velocity is a lead ball traveling about 15 feet going to take before it impacts your eyeball?
0.3 seconds?
You feeling lucky with that math?
Depends. Are you telling me to calculate as soon as the gunpowder ignites, or
Let's say click at the flash pan.
click the flash pan? I'd say 0.8 seconds, maybe.
You consent, Emmy?
Are you shooting me?
Do you consent to it?
Do not shoot me in my eyeball, but you can shoot me anywhere else.
Lift it from your main eye to your head.
Good enough.
I think Emmy just got shot.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
What a wonderful world we live in.
She survived an assassination. Bro.
Shake, 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 shake. I mean, I guess this is a good peek at your biology.
I need a bullet out of my head.
Let me look at the hole. I want to get more to know about your biology. Pull his hair aside. That is interesting. Oh, purple. Yeah, let me get that out for you.
You motherfucker! Dickhead. I know you don't mean to hurt me, so it doesn't hurt as much, but fuck you.
Yeah, you can't die here, so no harm, only pain.
Only pain. Fuck.
No, that's the lovely thing about it. I can do
Yeah.
that. You can't.
I can do it if you consent.
Actually, you can't. Even if I said to do it. Remember? Let me remind you. Which is it?
I've seen it.
I think it's, what was it again? Page 3? Sentence 1.
I cannot willingly or unwillingly cause harm to you.
Yes, green cat, whose name I constantly forget.
And she's not important.
Alright. But they called my name.
Where did Dotero go?
They exploded into many pieces. Where are you? You're so quiet. Are you on the roof? On the roof, aren't you? It's Kiki, right? It's Kiki.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Oh god, they're
They've
back.
unexploded into 1,000 pieces. I'm still actually here, believe it or not. I'm surprised.
I was dealing with them. Hello.
Oh, they sound more fucked up.
You okay there?
No.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
We haven't actually seen me in person now, have you?
No, I haven't. Kiki, yes? Oh.
Midori.
Anime, you still here so I can give you the summary?
I'm your biggest fan.
So you're the reason why Olean got involved at the end, then? I assume.
Oh, hi, Satch.
Septic private.
Satch is smoking a cigar, like a big
Close the door.
cigar.
Close the door.
There is a black nasty wound on his neck. There's like
We'll get to that in a
little
moment.
spatters of dried blood on him. It's just-
Someone had a rough night.
he has a bottle of whiskey.
What?
You're friends with, V.
He
Surprised to see
slowly
you out
smiles.
this late.
Leslie is free of a corruption. Surgery was a success.
I don't know.
Flicks the fucking lid of the whiskey. It fucking flies off in that direction. Cheers.
To paint the picture clearer, I'm currently stuck.
I
Cheers.
had to do open heart surgery.
And, well,
I remember that.
Her heart exploded.
yes.
I had to use a drinking game ring in order for her to tell me to stay awake.
But this
Shit went wrong and exploding shrapnel fucked up my neck.
so
I just thought you had a very rough
But I
night.
we might be able to put it back together.
Yeah, but I fucking did it.
Nox has the hopes of meeting you in person at some point.
Have you ever watched somebody do, like, open up their own chest and stay awake for it?
You know, put it back together.
Yes.
My daughter,
Lost memories she has.
my daughter's a fucking badass.
Save the faction.
Are they less crazy
Where
now?
are you right now?
Where am I?
Somewhere yet nowhere.
Somewhere between. Yes.
Their mom's after them.
Uh-huh.
No, so that is true.
Yep,
Alongside the veil, you could say.
I can't deal with her alone.
You will finally get her to stop chasing what's getting her killed?
Oh no, I'm gonna kick her mom's ass.
No, I
I
mean
just
the
know I
other
can't do
thing.
it alone. Huh?
You know, the blood and all that nonsense.
Yeah,
You tell me.
she doesn't need
Good.
any of that. It's all gone.
No
Got
more
rid of
problem.
what was actually in there. No more problem. Hey, thank you for being understanding and all this. I know it.
She made it very fucking hard to Saj, you have to understand.
I know.
I never
There's
saw
a
you
lot of
once
work.
during the academy
I'm almost
days.
one do all that work. You want to help me kick the shit out of her?
If I have time in my schedule for it, I'm quite packed with things.
Close to the end, yes.
You get to beat the shit out of the person that made Leslie. Get to beat the shit out of the person who made Leslie the way she is.
So
Come
you have a
on.
feather tickling your back. You have a feather tickling your back.
I'll honestly have to consider it.
Ah, yeah.
'Cause Leslie and me aren't on good terms. I did dump her as my arch enemy. So.
Oh.
That's why she's very mad at me.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. I was the Archmonger. She was my arch nemesis, and then the other Archmonger came around, and he was my arch enemy. And then she was there when I had to make a new arch
You can
enemy.
be your mom's arch enemy. Howdy, Emmy.
Hello.
So what did
You want
he
some?
want at the end?
Oh right,
No.
you can't drink. Right.
What?
More from me.
No, I just
Well.
want to.
How much do you know about?
The fuck's happening here?
Magic bullshit.
I don't think we've met before.
I came
Magic
out of the portal
bullshit.
with a 40 and a blunt. The fuck this on about?
Well, he seems like an eccentric character.
Something of the sort.
I'm trying to enjoy my muffin, Emmy.
What flavor is it?
I went downstairs. There was muffins.
What flavor?
Is it
Honey
bl-
raisin bran.
Damn, not
Maybe
blueberry
I should get
muffins.
pink hair. It seems like that's in fashion these days.
Just cast wild magic.
Oh, maybe I should too.
Maybe you should get. Nah,
laugh
the
at
green
my
hair's
age.
iconic.
If you think about it, all hair colors are just a tweak away from being pink in the color palette. They need the right amount of
fuck did
changed
you get up there?
pigments.
Why are you up there? What possessed you to stand on? Get down from there.
Better question.
Get down from there.
Why
before you,
aren't
get,
you
get
up
down
there?
From there before you hurt yourself.
Fine, I'll get down from here. Okay.
Okay, now I'm up here.
That's better. Emmy, get down from there.
Switch.
Emmy.
Want you?
Emmy, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
sure. We'll switch.
How much are you aware of what happened toward the end? And frankly, first off, what are you aware of what I was even doing? Because a student like you shouldn't really have known much.
I knew a few things, not too much. Not too terribly much.
Hey, Nox.
I could mostly feel what happened
Yeah.
in the end.
Yes.
I know you're great. You're good at the theory of magic, right?
Mhm.
You saw what I did to his staff, right?
The realm the
I touched
space
it.
in was constantly being tweaked and tampered with by
Like
invasive
actually.
forces.
Okay, we're gonna take a detour to Main Street
If reality was there. So
over this direction.
Quite a strange place.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a brief reasoning of why you shouldn't do that.
Other than where he's located.
Yes. So, what they're doing at the current moment is essentially they're knocking on a glass pane so that we can hear and see them, but he's not punching through it. You doing that would punch through it and thus make miraculous bullshit spill out into Aether.
I stopped before anything permanent happened.
Also, apparently, it might make his gods aware of where they are. Supposedly.
You know,
So
but
don't do that.
I can touch illusions.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
No, I want to practice this.
That
Do you
line
know
of thinking leads
how-
down to very dangerous lines of thought. Ask Tempest.
Nox, how useful do you think it would be to turn an illusion real, even if just temporarily?
That.
How great
would
combat-wise
be
that
you-
would be.
Listen, would it be useful? Yes. Is it beyond most of our pay grades and magical understanding? Also, yes. The person I would rely most to do that would be Tempest.
We have a contract to help each other. You can at least help me in the theory and study.
That I do, yes. If that is what you wish to attempt to learn, I can attempt to explain hypotheticals with you, but that specifically is not my sense of direct study.
I'm not forcing you to help me test. I at least want the study or, theory before, because, how it happens if I start just testing, breaking
All
the
right,
glass.
let's begin then. Easy enough. Mix mind with arcane. You add a magical, physical element to it. There. It's technically real. It's technically interacting with the world and an illusion. There.
I don't have arcane. I only have mind.
What other affinities do you have?
Myself, just mind.
I thought you had other contracts to help with other affinities.
I have other contracts to help. I have decay. I have life. I have dark. I have. I think that's the major ones. That's
There.
about it.
Use mind and decay. It'll decay like wounds, or decay wounds onto the person, or decay their health. If you want to make something that will harm or interact, using an affinity that has a physical representation of materium, that's how you do it. It wouldn't be a pure mind illusion, but it'd be twinged. It'd be a dual cast, technically, or a split cast.
Use a multicast.
Multicast, dual cast, split affinity cast. For example, I know how to do blood magic, but I don't have blood magic. I split water and metal. I get around that black hole because of that.
You sound like you're against this idea of making illusions real.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know why. Whenever I hear something too ambitious, I worry about the problems it will cause if not done properly.
That's why I want to theorize first before test. I barely managed to do it there. That makes the theory plausible.
Hey! What are you two doing up there? Get down from there. It's not safe.
What are you doing up here?
I'm in a balcony. This is OSHA compliant.
What's OSHA? The ocean?
Wizard OSHA.
Ah, damn, you got me there.
What the fuck is Wizard OSHA?
You don't want to fuck with Wizard OSHA.
For wizards.
Do you got your magic guardrail up?
Yeah.
We got ours too, you just can't see it. Because it's magic.
Bullshit. I'm a diviner. There ain't shit there.
Divine this.
Fuck you.
No. Get some lady of the night to do that. Unless you're not straight, then get a man of the night to do that.
I don't swing in any direction. Get down from there.
I think you're making him confused on his sexuality.
I don't think he gets anything.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
Okay. He's just a loser. Anyways.
I don't.
We'll leave him with that. We'll leave him with that.
Interested in that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't need to explain that to you.
We are supposed to trust each other. We're forced to. And
I trust you. I don't. Now listen. I'm going to help you because I want to, and also the contract allows it. If it's not of direct harm to each other or whatever else the wording is, I trust you. I don't trust what this theory is capable of causing, but I will still help you. We just need to take it slow and do small things.
Fine with that.
I literally have an orb that can make whatever I want out of an illusion for free. And if you can make things like that physical, well, that'd be very dangerous. Because that's literally the mind's limit. Not saying to go to your head, but I don't know what would happen if you lose focus or lose a train of thought when that happens. Because hell, I don't even understand it. You are a mix of something beyond. Which always has this twinge of crazy to it.
I mean, any mage has a twinge of crazy in him.
Exactly.
Look, I feel like I could do this, and I want to try and possibly accomplish this. Because I feel that it's needed for what I'm up against.
If you complete this concept, what stops others from learning from interactions with you that are stronger than you? What if the threat you're trying to face survives the first time and does the exact same thing you did?
Because it's already doing it.
Fuck, man.
I already told you that the thing I'm up against turns nightmares into reality. That's what fucking made us all merged in the first place. It's aberration bullshit.
There is my understanding, your logic, no, your world's logic. You see this? You see the space in the middle?
Yeah.
You see, that's me not living in your world. I, at the moment, am not mentally capable of understanding your world's logic because I have lived in my world, my life.
Yeah.
There's only so much I think I'll be able to understand to even help you in the way you want help.
That's why I'm asking if you can help me with my magic instead of helping me heal my world. I know you're busy and I know you're occupied. I'm asking you for what I know you can help with.
Okay, let's try this from the top. What specifically do you wish to learn from me?
I want to try and practice and theorize to see if we can make illusions into real things temporarily. Like, if for instance, I casted a spell to shoot out a simple firebolt, but it's an illusion, and mid-flight I can make it real.
Alright. I'm gonna give you homework then. Ready for some homework?
Sure, I already gave Tempest some.
You can make an illusion real. Like you said, you made partway there. Your homework is to write down as many different variables as you can to figure out how you did it to begin with. The specific movement, specific intent, the type of thing you interacted with. Do it with 5 different sources of illusions, and interact with those variables separately. Find a similarity, find a medium, and get back to me.
Okay.
There we go. That'll give you data to work with.
And that can give you an idea of as to how I did it?
Yes, and if I can figure out how to do it, then maybe I can help you better. Because all that I got is an illusion and adding a physical magical element like arcane to it.
Right.
Alright. Do you want to go say hi to Professor again?
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna kidnap me again? I'm going. No.
You've got a bit hard.
Kiki, I think you're a good person. I just don't like you.
That's
But I don't hate you either.
completely fair.
What?
I think she's good. I just don't like her.
Yeah. I don't hate you either. I just don't like you.
From this angle with the Taro's influence, it looks like Adelinda's hair is more like a red and white than pink.
Yeah, kind of like Aki.
No. It's a pale red. Eugene hit the nail right on the head. It is a pale red.
He really does
So
look
pink?
like Aki due to the influence. Yeah, kind
Why are you
of.
looking at me like that?
I mean, kinda.
You know, I
Midori.
had to watch someone
Oh,
open up
I
their
would
own
definitely
chest,
hit
and
you
somehow
in the head
that's the
if I
scariest
want-
thing I've seen today.
What was that?
Hmm?
Just one
Or
thought.
my hair.
No,
I
but wait,
think
you're
your
looking at me.
hair's lovely.
What were you saying?
So what is your true personality then?
My true personality.
Yes, you're clearly very different than the last time we met.
And you want to see some art I've been working on?
Let's just say
Sure.
I was aware of you. Very annoying, very giddy green.
I've been having dreams, and I've been making art.
Please over there.
Does he have his hand cannon? Where is he?
No. He went
Okay.
behind that building.
Which building?
The windmill.
Okay.
I'm not doing
Yeah, I've been having dreams.
measures of
Who is this?
moderation of my
I don't know.
personality at the moment.
I think he's in charge of a prison.
Yes,
The dreams are blurry.
and why did you feel the need
Kind
to
of seems like a
before?
plushie due to the stitches on the ears.
All I know is he hates one of the prisoners there, so I drew her too.
Let's see.
I drop in on a world and the magic is, well,
Any
imbalanced.
semblance as to why the
And
words?
I need to figure out what's going on, so I'd rather
Succubus, I think.
Drastic measures.
Did you have to write the words to remember that?
It doesn't. The vibe doesn't fit if you don't put the words.
Have any other
Okay.
things back to where the academy might be?
I understand. Artistic interpretation, I believe.
And this is just Sloosh.
Maybe.
Everybody loves Sloosh.
Maybe.
I think you should do more art.
I don't think I'll tell you though.
Want to see some plagiarism I did?
Oh, really?
Sure.
Why might that
Let's.
Because I don't trust you.
Is this an alchemy table?
be? You may be responsible
Let me just lower my voice.
to destroy a realm.
So I stole this from Leslie's Anarchist cookbook.
Here's the strap. You just gotta piss her
Oh.
This supposedly has something to do with soulcraft.
and then she'll help you.
I don't know how to fucking use it though. So
That's the stranger.
I have an idea.
Right, I'm not the
Or do you know?
you're familiar with. Long story.
Talking to
Very
the
long story, very complicated one. It's the same person who made it.
I talked to the
Well, fair
person
enough.
that
That's the
killed
very
Nephesis.
Again.
One who
Desmond.
taught Lazuli Soulcraft. Yeah, Desmond.
And
You're
I'll
the
use red
tarot?
again.
Well, personally, I'm almost back in good graces with my relative, and I'm trying to work with what I consider the norm. And by his standards, what Desmond did was very much a fragment of what's possible.
Yes, Mihiro, she's
Yeah. I hope
very
that's all
different
helped you.
to how she used to be in the days of the academy.
A little bit,
Just mostly.
but I'm getting to the position where I'm almost able to get proper things with it.
She used to be far more competent.
You know how
and
demon deals art.
sound of
Don't
mind.
keep him waiting again.
That's
That
what I said.
tends
She'll
to
do
go
so.
horrific.
Trust me. He uses scare
So how
tactics.
did that happen?
And
Can you tell me,
no
was it,
claws was there a time
I
limit.
suppose?
No.
He bluffs to make you move faster, make a mistake, so he can take advantage of it.
The impulse cannon, which I vitally needed. I had a very
The only issue I had was I got annoyed. That's why I caved. I've committed a sin. A recent one.
Once I got the information I needed from her,
Yeah.
I left her in a stasis
Yeah.
tank for a time.
I'm not proud of it, but I said how it was.
Deal with the
Would you
realm
like to
before it
tell
fell
me?
apart completely.
Would you keep it a secret?
And as I'm sure
I'm
you're aware,
forced to,
that didn't go swimmingly.
but I
so
would
she's left
anyways.
in that tank. I'm glad she survived.
Let's have
Is Noah
a
okay?
glide.
They're just snapping.
Oh. Like, oh, Sealy, or like.
Further. As you may or may not know, I have an aspect of care for Sylvie. Well, hell, you were there for the bathhouse, so you know how that goes. And we all know that Sylvie has a deep aspect of care for Eros.
Yeah, I kind of got that.
Time
news
and time
recently.
again has my relative tried to prey on Sylvie's situation to make her make a deal. And I have gotten sick and tired of it. So I pulled Eros to the side and I told him how it was. That if nothing is done, Sylvie will snap eventually and take a deal. Whether it's to save Eros or save me. So I said loud and clear, if Eros cared at all, you would make sure that wouldn't happen. And I said, don't do it for me. If anything, do it for her. I've pushed him along the lines of considering to make a deal with it. To save both of us. And to save Sylvie overall. I'm not proud of it. But I said it as it was. Before they even had that interaction. Both of them, they loved each other and they wouldn't admit it. And they would jump over.
Hey, what are you two doing up there? Get down from there.
You're senile, old
it,
man.
Satch.
Stop all this nonsense.
We're having a
was
private
condominium.
conversation, Satch.
Why does it gotta be on the roof?
No
Because it's away
soliciting.
from everyone. There's no
I
soliciting?
can see you up there. It's counterintuitive.
Yeah, well, we know all of you are over there.
Oh no, not the slow brick. Alright, I'll get going.
Take care.
You too.
If Sylvie learned what I did, she'd probably never forgive me.
Yeah.
But it's for the sake of caring that we have to make some sacrifices. Even if it's so the other can't make a sacrifice for us in turn. Perhaps it's selfish. In a way, I think
Do
it's
you judge me
selfless.
for- Do you judge me for leaving without saying a word? Even if temporarily? To fix my problem?
I would have judged you less if people didn't go through the lengths they did to try and look for you.
They're fucking crazy. I didn't think they would. Day one, Stern fucking did stupid shit.
Yes, I heard. I told them that more than likely you'd be fine. Because you're an outsider. But they said, no, Nox, it's different.
I'm also crafty.
Exactly. I was wrong and both right. And I said, if Emmy is to die, she is a yokai. She is an outsider. She is not of this plane. She will return to her home plane and reconstitute. That's how it works here. But no. Stern said that's not how it worked. And like you said, you're crafty. I was told you faked your death. And so it still applied my logical thinking. If they just fucking waited, you would have been fine. And from what I heard, they did a lot of chaotic things to get to where you were.
Yeah. Apparently, they slaughtered a handful of humans, they got hunted, they committed the sacrilegious rite of resurrection.
Which I'm pretty sure doesn't help the state of your world, does it?
No. Absolutely not.
So, through omission, you unfortunately indirectly made your world worse. Is that your fault? No, not directly. But people can say it was because of your omission. You didn't lie, but you didn't tell the truth.
I mean, that's kind of how I work.
You're living words on a page of flesh. That's what you are.
I never lie.
You never lie. But you had to learn not to lie because of the pain it caused. I'm sure when you made that first sacrifice, that you still did it once and twice, maybe 3 times, and you learned the violent pain and repercussion because of it. And through that pain, you learned to be stoic of it. Otherwise, you show a weakness.
Lying just brings more pain.
And I
I'd rather
suppose
just
you've
tell the
learned that
truth.
the hard way, haven't you?
No. There is. I think it was worth the price.
Perhaps so.
I mean, for once in my life, I finally get to be happy.
I can say so much on that, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. Not ruining this moment. As much as it already is.
I'm not gonna tell anyone, Nox, don't worry.
You may be able to have a happy life. But I'm sure you've, even if just temporarily, left a mental scar on Lumina because of what Stern thought they had to do.
I know. I'm
You might be
painfully aware.
happy. But there is
For
pain
now,
somewhere.
she's happy too. I know there's pain. I can see it in people's faces. I can see it in Adalinda's. I can see it in Stern's. Everybody who was there, I can sense the pain.
I've been given an impossible task. To fix Aether. Do you know how hard that is?
Impossible, because people keep coming in with new problems.
Yes. I need to make it so people can deal with their problems effectively enough to be able to rally when true danger arrives. Because there's so many issues that people can't deal with by themselves, that when the time comes to consolidate, nobody shows, because they're too busy dealing with other things. So many people, the isekai, that come from outside the coin, that bring their own flavor of unique danger that just takes too long to deal with individually. And that takes away from time and resources. I made promises to look forward to a better tomorrow of our own crafting. That's how it started for me. And now my empire falls, and I find myself saving the world from dangers that the common folk don't even know exist, so they can live a simple life. By the 9, nobody makes it easy. No one.
Your empire's falling? The Inquisition?
No, not the Inquisition. Forget what you heard. Don't tell anyone.
I won't.
It's not beyond me that Umbral make their way everywhere. Into the hearts of men with no one else to go. You're pushed away from everyone that calls you friends, everyone that calls you an ally, and there's nowhere else to go. You're all alone. That darkness creeps into your heart and offers you what you need. And you get where you need to go. But that price is there. Why should I care for a place that pushed my idol of a better future to the brink? Because there's people. People that somehow outweigh the sins of this place. The real people that seem like they belong, that don't seem fake, that take things seriously and see the repercussions of it. While the rest just feel like people in storybooks. Hey Demon King, thank you for the follow.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Fix Aether.
One
And stop
problem
people
at a
from
time.
picking up new issues. More
think we
people I can
kinda have a
help
target to
do the
set
same
with.
thing as me. Even if you're not a part of Inquisition, and still help with my goal. Perhaps we can make things more easier on all of us.
I always do. Because I'm no enemy. I gather
Alright.
information.
You're no enemy, I mean. You're just weird.
That, yes.
You're just a weird little key.
Apologies since I don't. This is bordering breaching the word, but what's been happening in the Inquisition? Board's missing?
Pulls out the parchment. Starts flicking through the pages.
Last time I tried to get a bit of info, apparently it's anarchy over there.
By wording of the contract, any interaction will breach your fine print. I refuse. For your sake.
That's fair.
If you find out, you find out, but you won't hear it from me. It's against inquisitional interest to do so. But if you somehow manage to find out from people I've told, well, nothing I can stop you there.
Technically out of your jurisdiction.
It's out of my jurisdiction, and it's not a loophole you thought of, it's me. There's your freebie, okay?
One problem at a time. We need to fix
Hey, Demon
whatever
and
the
King,
fuck Red's doing.
I can't let you in. If you look up Aether Chronicles, there's a Twitter, and you can find the Discord link. Read the rules. If you're 18 or plus and you have a medium quality model or higher, you can join.
More mind
It's that easy. I don't have jurisdiction to let you in myself, though. I'm sorry, say that again.
I plan on trying to help fix VB because that's more mind related, and we also need to fix whatever the fuck's Red Morgan.
Well, to fix Red, we need to keep them safe. That's about it. We need to let their body adapt over time to Solanum, because if they keep using Solanum to get a situation, Solanum will keep growing. And I need to figure out, I need to get to the end of that path before Solanum does. And if Red keeps getting into situations where they need to call upon it, I won't be able to outrace it. But I'm damn well close to doing so.
Solanum's an aberration. It should just be like any other aberration.
It's an elder aberration.
Elder?
That's the one thing it seems to be keeping hidden, and it's the one thing that I'm more than glad to bring to light to Red, to anyone, to you.
How'd you figure it out?
I've made something through the fucking shards of madness embedded in me by that fucking book to make something I don't think I could replicate without it. I've made an equivalent with magic. From what I've learned of it, an aberration of my own making. A man-made horror beyond comprehension. Yet here I stand victorious. Or at least, partway there. The goal is, if I'm able to finish reaching the story of what Solanum is going to do, if I can make the perfect copy before Solanum reaches their fruition, they can be swapped out, replaced, or removed. Red's soul, for the most part, is healed. The issue is Solanum remains, and will only leave once they are fully realized.
Do you think we'd be able to swap him out without Solanum breaking the soul?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Figure out a safe way to separate them, either with my own aberration or something else. If I can make it perfect enough to hide itself within Solanum, so it can be taken in and spread around, and if it's done just right, essentially making itself be killed by itself. Like a tumor. Aberrations eat aberrations. They hunt the weak. Cull the young. In the far lands, it's shark eat shark.
Do you have any idea of its motivations?
All it said is it made a promise with Red that it won't even tell them. Because it goes against the promise. But it told me that it would once Red was cured of their madness. The only thing that I have to go off of fact is it isn't Fae, and it isn't Fiend. So whatever promise it makes has no sway in the fine print of things. It is not magically binding. Not how others work.
But it's hovering over its soul, so it's making it seem like it is.
Used to hover, now it went in, now it's back out. If I make a perfect copy of it, I'll know what it knows. With enough data, I can replicate enough possibilities with enough power to understand what it could possibly know. And maybe it knows how it can undo things, how it can leave. And if I know how it can leave, I'll force it to leave. Once I know Red's soul is stable.
You're gonna need to know how to talk to it more, probably then. Have you talked to it since I've been gone?
Yes, I have. Not directly, but I tuned into Red's mind when they talked to it. So I could understand the patterns in the background while they had conversations. I made Red ask it about its motives, questions, and I gathered response data. Simple as that. Conversation lasted 5-10 minutes, but allowed me enough to get a good head start on it. I refuse to give it any interaction of myself. I refuse to let it have a humored conversation with me. Because I figured out it's hiding something, and that's enough from me.
It's hiding their mind.
And it's hiding the fact that it's something much bigger than it pretends to be. There is no such thing as a kind aberration.
No.
There is an aberration that'll do something for its own survival if it is put in the situation to do so, but there is no such thing as a kind aberration. Mishka is that blinding line between. They aren't kind. They're in the situation where they must behave, where they will still be what they are at the end of the day if they get the chance to. But Solanum is a bundle of shadows that obscures the mind and soul, and will burst Red from the seams if I can't figure out what to do.
Do you know how close it is to completing itself?
I'm not sure. Last I checked, it doubled its growth last time Red used it. All I know is, from last time I checked, I am slightly ahead of it. And I am working day in and day out to keep being ahead of it. Its counterpart is in the prototype stages. It's almost done. Almost done. But as agreed with Red, it is to be used for the last case scenario, in case Solanum turns out to be something malicious. But knowing Red, I don't know when they're going to make that call, unless it's too late. But I made a promise. And I try my best to keep promises.
I know. But there's also a chance that it is. If the fog's there, it could also be influencing.
I've done my best to look at that. As far as I'm aware, it's trying to protect Red's mind from other influences. If I am able to get things done more quickly, the main purpose of this altar of it was to break the fog around Red's mind. That was the original purpose of this thing that I am making. So it could fully disperse. Because its main focus is on Red's mind. It isn't the soul. Its main focus is in the head. I have a deal with it that allows me to have as much control as I originally did. Essentially just give it back to me and I'll let you live for now. That's what it was. It was very hard to do that, but I had to convince it to. Now that I have access back to Red's mind so I can make sure they're not dying, I'm working in the background as much as I can to cross-reference and test what I can, so I know when the time comes I can put a swift end to this. Lest I fall back to my final plan if all else fails.
Kill Red.
I call the tower.
Yeah, it's definitely a solution.
Red's fear is they won't care for their safety. Which could be true.
Probably won't. What's an Etherean to the tower?
Maybe a statistic, maybe something else. Hell, I saw what the tower did to Lumina.
I saw her sword.
I saw her sheen. She is a reflective source of magic as it warps around her. Bound in entirety to a form of chromatic glass. In a sense, she's still flesh, but she acts differently.
Her soul's different.
Yes. Channeled and funneled to something interesting. She had to sign a lot of paperwork. Like a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, no, I figured it's the tower.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been dealing with.
I've been gone for a week.
Also,
Catch up.
someone fucking broke into my office. I'm not happy about that.
What do you mean? Your office is in a demiplane?
Yes, they ripped open a dimensional tear, went into my office. My systems could not perceive them save for a scrounging blend of chromatic colors, and they took what little books I had about common knowledge of souls. And then they left.
They didn't fucking take anything else?
No, just what knowledge I had on the soul, which, lucky enough, is very small.
Don't you have infinitely more valuable information or other stuff in there?
Not that they could easily find. Anything that isn't something I can replace with time, I don't keep in plain sight. I keep that in the folds of my reality. Thank you very much. For God's sake, I'm not even upset that they took the books. I have people that live there with me.
You're upset that they didn't see anything?
I'm upset that they got in there to begin with. Because if someone else was there at the time and saw them, I don't know what would have happened to them.
the person that broke in to
To the
your
person that
family.
would see. It's not my family. But someone I care about lives with me in my office. I'm scared to think what would happen to them if they were there and saw whatever was happening. Sorry, water skin. I'm really thirsty. I've been talking a lot.
I could definitely help with the potential Solanum problem, as I've been dealing with aberrations for about the past 10 fucking years.
If
Fuck the
you
shard.
can figure out anything directly with Solanum and let me probe your head so I can get the data out that way and help me figure that out, that'd be appreciated. Or just give me your
But I don't-
knowledge on aberrations and I can cross-reference it, see if that helps.
Okay. So, I can tell you everything I found out about Mishka and the shard, but I'm pretty sure you already know about Mishka since you enjoy giving it a cute nickname. Mishka Mushka.
Mishka, Mashka, Mushka. Yeah.
Yeah.
A very
So,
old
the shard.
Califax, let it live, etc., etc.
The shard is a plane eater that broke into our world to eat the prison realm. It got sealed by the protector of the plane before it could consume, and in a last-ditch effort to give it time to break out, it basically forced a nightmare upon everyone, which caused the global merge. From what I can know is that it still has influence, and its biggest influence is over mental and illusion. It enjoys every time Stern has gone in, it has done something to her. Believe last time it exploded her heart as an effect.
Sometimes I'm glad I had Adric make me that ring.
Yeah. But it seems to be a lot more willpower-esque, causing things into effect with the amount of will it has instead of pure physical strength or any magic sense.
All the instances I've seen of actual will be manifest, that's pretty cataclysm. We don't talk about that though.
It infects the mind first, and then starts progressing beyond that. For Stern, it was locked up by Mima, but it roamed free in her head for a while, started to force her to take actions and grow from that point. For me, it's been locked up ever since I got a part of it. Since I managed to catch it early enough before it could do anything to me. That's anything I know about the shard, power-wise, and what it tends to do.
I guess that I'll
believe
keep
last
that
time-
in mind with any future checks I do.
Last time with Stern, it made her unable to perceive various people. It made her think differently and act differently, being more into favor of things she normally wouldn't. It can cause subtle or substantial changes. One thing that seemed to have lasted in her for a while was the fear of light.
The fear of light?
Yeah.
Red had the fear of light.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
That's until we got it out of him.
But I did that.
Yeah. I was there for that. That's when you threatened Solanum that you'll kill them if they don't get out.
Right. Sorry, that was a blur. It's been so long ago.
Solanum is a lot kinder than the Shard. The Shard was forcing Stern to do left, right, and anything between.
Part of me just tries to make lines that make sense, like it's learning. Be more softer, if it even is the Shard. Red thinks that whatever was talking in Stern's head during the Fix You mission was the Shard acting as someone else.
No, I've heard Red theorize that Mima could just be a personalization of the Shard.
This is why if I can predict what it is before it finalizes itself, I can know how to make it remove itself.
You don't think Solanum and the Shard are the same, do you?
I think it's a high coincidence that once Red dies, they randomly bump into an aberration in the Farlands. That's a coincidence, if nothing else. A very unlikely coincidence.
Yeah.
It lied about being an Elder aberration, that's for sure.
I don't know if the Shard's Elder or not.
If it could do something on a global range like that, it has to be. I've seen the havoc that young aberrations can do. I've seen it. I've seen the destruction. An Elder aberration, short work of Aether. Short work.
Fucking aberrations.
Red's had at least 3 in them at this point.
The amount of mental problems Red has is insane.
Hell, I'm quite happy, I'll say it. I'm both stressed and relieved that Totoro's been brought back to consciousness. Because if there's anyone that can help me understand Red to help them, it's them.
Yeah, probably.
Because we have the remaining 2/3 of Red's life now able to help us.
But he also sealed himself away, so that's a worry.
He sealed himself away because he knew the sins he committed.
But that could be a lie. He's an illusion, I can't read him.
That's why I'm making the contract. So the words he swears by verbally is what he's going to do. What they're going to do.
I want to find out more about him before I actually put trust in him. Are you good?
That's fine. I figured out how Angel's Bane became what it did. Can you guess what it was?
No.
It was an oversight on his part. You know what the one thing I constantly spout about people not from the coin coming to the coin?
What?
They change. They conform to the reality's rules of this place. Red's physical form and soul conformed to here. The alchemic poison of Miraculo didn't. Red became magically capable to Aether's standards, which that potion, that poison they made and drank, was not made to deal with. Therefore, with all the excess mana, it began generating the toxins that would kill them.
Right.
I think we've been talking enough now. We should probably get back to the group.
I mean, to be fair, this was a pleasant conversation.
Yes. And also, you listen to me, Emmy. If anybody
Yes?
asks what this conversation was about, it was about talking about food. So if someone asks you
Okay.
about it, that's not a lie, is it?
Can we talk a bit about food so it can't be a lie?
What's your favorite food? Wasn't it like takoyaki or something?
Yeah, it's takoyaki.
Mm,
What's yours?
spaghetti.
Alright, we've talked about food.
Yeah, it's more so Acronero spaghetti. I like a bunch of food. I can only really meat though.
Right, what was that spaghetti place we went to while the vacation? Was it Akinero?
Yeah, it was Acronero, the port city,
Yeah, that's
on the high
that
rise.
place was really good.
Oh, you haven't been there in a while though. I managed to fix it, like I said I would.
I can't believe you guys got stuck in a haunted mansion.
It's your fault for not coming along with us.
I was busy having a date.
Didn't we like try and drag you there? I swear we tried to drag you there.
You tried. You emphasis on tried. We were both pretty occupied.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yes, you should be good to know Taramis now has magic again.
Oh, I'm not fucking useless if we go back?
You are only capable of doing things up to your expertise, which is like 3rd tier magic. Anything else doesn't work. But I managed to get
Lightning
a
specialist.
gift from it.
Oh, the lightning?
Yeah, have I showed you the lightning? I feel like maybe I have.
Yes, you have.
Wow!
It
Non-magical
is very
lightning.
cool.
It's just a lightning bolt. I'm hitting you with plasma.
Can't believe I've worked so hard to make something that works in Terramis and now it's not that useful. I made an entire fucking Tesla coil. Remember the Jack-in-the-Box Tesla coil?
Alright, yeah, that thing. Well, I'm sure it'll be useful eventually.
Eventually. You know, did you finish your food? Is Stern asleep? Not entirely. So you're still here?
Yes, I am.
Done talking to the green feline?
She took her leave.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Just staring. Sorry.
You do know I could hear you, right?
I assumed as much.
You've got a good gauge on Red as that gold hair, right? I'd assume so. You seem fairly close with them. They're the kind of person who goes out of their way to help others because they can.
Yeah. In some cases.
Yeah, that was funny.
the same experiences led to both Red and me. We share the same history. I'm not offering to help that friend Vivi of yours out of some nefarious desire to get something out of you. It's just something that is fairly easy for me to do in my current predicament. So it's the right thing to do. Though given how the Green Cat talks about me, I can understand the hesitation, but, you know, I personally prefer to let our actions speak louder than words. Sorry, didn't really mean to eavesdrop like that, but, well, I needed to get a measure of...
So, I'm used to that kind of babe.
It's also kind of difficult when... It's kind of difficult when, you know, I have to anchor myself to someone or others to talk to them. But yeah, so I likely was heading off for the time being, unless either of you had anything for me.
For you specifically?
questions.
No.
I've asked my fill, I think.
I've asked my questions.
Very well. Then I shall see you when I see you. Remember what I told you. Don't use soul magic. Do not use soul magic.
Yep.
Good.
I'm gonna use all the soul magic. Just kidding.
That's called spite.
No, I know better. I know why. Won't do it. Lest I summon literal god, I think. I don't know.
The power of God and anime.
Well, anime is on my side. God, we don't get along.
Yeah.
If you get that
Is it
joke,
because of your
then
lineage?
yeah.
Have you seen Cerulean recently?
The one with like a pact to the vampire or something? That's Cerulean, right?
No. No, Cerulean's the other, like,
Pale,
Twink
gray
cat-
hair, that
twink cat boy.
with like black clothes and like a suit, and he's small.
I think so. He has, like, white hair, I believe. He's like a fox thing.
Yeah,
The fox.
him. Certain things. He's like the Archmage of Chaos or something. Not Chaos. What is it?
No.
Corruption?
Not chaos.
Corruption. He made a hell of a bad first impression, to my opinion. Pulled factoids of me and Sylvie out of the blue and just spouted them out loud. Not a good first impression.
He name dropped me immediately.
Yeah. I'm curious if you're actually hearing me pop my bones right now. I'm getting a bit self-conscious.
No.
Okay. Part of me just feels like I see my speech indicator pop up whenever I pop one of my limbs.
I cracked my neck once and people got really fucking worried for me.
I did it once too, and it came up pretty interestingly clear.
I think those two fell asleep.
They're like abnormally tired, right? I've never seen them this tired.
you been told what happened to her?
No.
So, apparently, those two, Red and like another, went to a demi-plane. I don't know what happened, but Adelinda witnessed and experienced, Stern's trauma, Vera's trauma, Red's trauma, and VB's trauma, I think, all at once. Is it VB? I don't think it's VB. No, it was her own trauma at the same time, not VB. And Iris apparently cried and has been quiet the entire time.
Okay.
I can tell the very angry, silent contemplation. But that's why Adelinda is doing, not great.
Okay. Alright.
Stern is apparently fine, but still fucked up from the, resurrection trauma.
Note to self, don't go to the plane of personal trauma. Not like I was going to go there for my summer vacation anyways.
Oh yeah, and also they apparently caused an infinity storm.
A fucking what?
An infinity storm?
What the fuck is an infinity storm?
It's a storm that constantly causes affinity clashes.
Why are you talking so normal about that?
I heard it from her. I don't know how else I'm supposed to take it.
It would be so easy. It would... I still haven't reloaded.
You fucking shot me last.
I'm aware.
I have no idea how the fuck they caused it.
That sounds like it would break the weave apart. I'm not happy about that, and I have a mind to tell Rift about that. Maybe I will. Maybe Rift's right about
On
Stern.
my own personal account that I trusted to tell you, please don't.
Consequences are consequences. If there was damage to the weave because of that, that's bad. I mean,
You can shoot Stern, but maybe don't get her in trouble, permanently.
apparently, she already stole something from Rift to try and do something about you. She's already in Rift's shit list.
Yeah. I don't think you need to add to that.
I'm gonna wait for her to push her luck further, personally. Oh, I have to.
Oh, yeah. Apparently they did it in a demi-plane. I'm pretty sure that demi-plane no longer exists.
Wonderful.
I'm guessing because I actually don't know.
Well, if the demi-plane of personal torment's gone, good for them.
Do you think if you say an Archmage's name 3 times out loud, they'll show up like the Bagman?
I don't want to do this.
Why not?
Because I get the feeling it's going to work, and I'm not ready for that conversation right now.
Yeah?
And if you start, I'm going to sock you in the face.
With what?
This fist.
I do not consent.
To clarify, you do not consent to me punching you in the face with this fist.
I do not consent to you bringing bodily harm to my person with any object of your choice.
Unfortunately for you, Key, gravity's not an object.
You son of a bitch, stop finding loopholes in the shit I say. I will say Cerulean's names 3 times, and he will push you down that ledge because it'll be funny. Does this mean if I drag you down, I also do not technically bring you any harm?
Depends if I get ouchies.
What if it's just really inconvenient?
Isn't that like a clause for inconvenience?
I don't think there's a clause for inconvenience.
I think there is. Like if you ask me to do something that's inconvenient, then it's just you normally asking me. Fuck, I'm pulling out the paper too, hang on.
There's a clause for inconveniencing you at your inquisitional work.
Hang on, I know where it is, hang on. Page 2, paragraph 1. Fine print.
Yeah. I could theoretically inconvenience you.
But you cannot willingly or unwillingly cause me any harm.
I cannot harm you, but I can inconvenience you. Especially if you keep shoving me off the building. You son of a bitch.
I'm not giving you the pleasure of throwing me off. Put up the hands.
I can't hurt you.
This is gonna be one-sided.
I don't consent.
Oh.
Be banished.
Well, this sucks. Yeah, that was a joke, anime. You're on my side.
I'll come back now.
I can get back faster from the Nexus than most people.
Yeah, with your super long jump.
Yeah, it's called Leap. Look it up.
So, like, what do you think it takes to summon an Archmage?
Being more important than you are.
Like saying Cerulean, 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 like 3 times, like the Bagman.
Pause.
Emmy, just push this ludicrous idea forwards. With a roll of a 7, there's a small rift which opens up underneath your feet. And because it's funny, you are teleported very far up.
Okay, bye-bye.
And Cerulean will not appear otherwise. On pause. The rift seals itself soon after.
I warned you.
Hi, Ox.
Hi.
I had Featherfall. I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Listen, most people seem to forget that Archmages have much better things to do on their work hours than come here.
Well, no, that's inaccurate. He teleported me. I'm not wrong.
He didn't come here, though, so my point still stands.
He teleported me.
He wasn't here.
Maybe if you just cast send me to him.
Why would I do that?
Oh, I can do that.
Why do you want him here?
Because it's funny. Or I cannot.
That'd be preferable.
I guess.
Reminder, I don't have good interactions with that man.
Yeah. It's fair. I just think he's entertaining. Now, at first I fucking despised him. Well, Stern's asleep, Idolind is asleep. I should probably go home. Lumina, so I can also try and practice the test you gave me.
Want to take the scenic route?
Which is?
Go through the hub? Have you been to the hub before?
Is it the hub?
No, the Nexus hub.
I have not been.
Would you perhaps like to?
I'd be curious.
Looks for a DM nearby. Hey, Ava.
Why the fuck are y'all still here?
Listen. Listen, we're just nerds. And it's like an off day. So, I have a request to make to you because you're a DM. Old Aether stuff. I know and have access to the map that was used as the in-character Nexus hub for old Umbral stuff. That is like in-character and in-between for all the Nexus points.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as far as I'm aware, isn't like restricted in character. So can I do like a small scene with this one here and just walk them through the map and not do anything important?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have no fucking idea.
Didn't they just talk about this somewhere in like the queue?
Yeah, they did. I brought it up. They brought up like the map. What did Andre said?
I may be a DM, but I don't know if I have no idea if I'm allowed to.
It was brought up because Reese was talking about maybe wanting to talk into Oroxith when the Oroxith is like still in like a magical coma, and Andre said it wouldn't be. It's unnecessary to do an in-between walk because you could just go to the next red wall. But I just do it mainly for flavor and like world expansion.
Also said it's it's an important area that needs constant supervision from a head DM.
Nah.
And
Well, I fear if you wanted to go to have like a big scene there, I suppose so. All right. Well, then we'll scratch
Guys,
that
I'm really
idea. Good morning.
I'm gonna leave you guys be, because I literally just. What do you mean, good morning?
Sorry, I don't know what you were gonna say that when you said you just something. Sorry.
I just got out of another roleplay because I'm about to get on out of here. But then it's like, you guys are still on. I'm like, okay, let me see what the fuck is going on. And I say it's
Where's
good.
the problem?
Yeah, where is the solution?
By the way, you said, like, oh, we should ask a DM. Fucking there's one right here.
Hi, I'm a DM technically now. I'm just waiting for it to be official.
Sorry, it's your first day on the job. I forgot.
But
Yeah, no,
to
I
be
am.
fair, I'm also the DM who's been a player since.
Yeah, like you're like an
session 0, so yeah.
old DM. That's why I figured I'd ask you. Which is fair if you still don't know.
Old.
He's a veteran. Just like his character.
I'm fucking veteran? Really? I wouldn't really consider myself one.
You're from the beginning and have survived multiple wars.
Right, you got a factory now. Fuck.
I love my bully Emmy claws.
But I could still bully you. Alright, I'm out of here. My fucking controls are dying. I want to eat food.
Mine is too. Have a good
Why
one.
am I so? Why am my voice is shaky?
Please go
Oh my
to
god.
Nexus.
Alright, well, what are
This is
Nexus?
nuts.
That doesn't even make sense.
Teleport my nuts.
Into your own mouth. Call that a miscast.
Call him miscast. We call
Damn,
him
I'm good.
off target.
Blue on blue. Friendly fire.
I love this entire walk as a Nexus is entirely a speaking out of character.
Yeah. You know, there's a thing I like to do for flavors sometimes. When like I have the chance to do it, I open up like the portal to like the other map and I put it in one of the archways.
Yeah, no, I know this. It's really nice.
Yeah, I use my little runic gateway flavor texture.
No, it was really fun to be able to properly roleplay with you again.
Yeah, that's a bit of it.
The fucking two nerds nerding out as to what's happening.
And like, clause this, clause that, clause also this. Now, out of character, do you want to see the Nexus Hub? Or do you just want to get off?
Yeah, I'm currently in a VC with somebody and my fucking face feels like shit.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess this is the end for now. Would have liked to see Red. I was coming in just to like fuck with Cass because I thought they were like Red, and I was gonna bring out Estelle to fuck with Red, but then it was actually Morgan because Red hasn't had any time with Estelle recently. But I suppose the stream ends now. Boo.